All right, it says we're live, so I hope we are. Guys, let me know if we're live. Let me know if you can hear my voice. If you know if you can hear the sound of me.
Yeah, we are.
We are? All right. Hello, and welcome everyone to another episode of the TOPT call-in stream. My name is Sebastian, and I am here joined by a few of my mods and staffers in Twilight, Toby, and Reggie. It is officially Sanji season, so we will only be taking Sanji-related questions. I'm joking. But I am hyped that my boy finally got revealed to be a Conqueror's Haki user. Really happy about that. But yeah, it should be a good stream, everyone. I do kind of have a hard stop at like 8:30. So we'll try to keep this in a timely manner for everybody today. I have to fly out really early in the morning tomorrow, so I have to do some packing and get my apartment ready to host some people while I'm away. But yeah, it should be a lot of fun. For those of you that aren't familiar with the call-in streams, we used to do calls directly on the live from Monday's episodes, but we just ran out of time typically with the studio sessions that we have. We might be able to start going back to calls on the live streams on the actual podcast, but we decided to go on a separate direction and do call-ins, a specific stream for call-ins dedicated to hearing you guys, getting your theories, getting your takes, getting your rants, whatever you guys want to talk about. But in order to be a caller, in order to have a guaranteed slot in these call-in streams, you'll have to be a tiered member on the Discord. So a Warlord tier or higher on our Discord will grant you access to our TOPT voice channel that houses the call-in only stream entrance. And basically we'll drag you guys up from there, and then we'll have time to kind of ask us any questions you want, field any theories that you want. I do say please be mindful of other people's time. Again, I have a shorter time window this week just because of travel tomorrow. But yeah, it's a lot of fun. If you guys haven't already, please like the stream. It does help with the YouTube algorithm. I see a bunch of people in chat already, so welcome and thank you. Oh, also, for people who do want to join but aren't members, aren't tiered members, you can join with a donation. Basically, if you super chat $5 or more and let us know you want to be a caller, that can probably get you in, as well as every, I think, 3 gifted memberships will equal out to that so that you guys can be added in as well. So sometimes people donate on behalf of others to get more callers in. That's awesome. I love to see that. I really do appreciate that. If you guys do want to try to win a lottery or a donated stream or donated call-in session, join the call waiting room, and you might be able to be dragged up as a result of somebody's generosity. So thank you guys for doing that. I see a bunch of people in here. I see Casey Griffin, Sunnit's here, Fremos is here, Will is here, Gentle9964, Davey D. Oaks, T-Raw, just so many of y'all in here. We really appreciate it. Twilight, what's going on? Toby, what's going on? New Haven is here. Samals Jordan is here. Just so many of y'all, man. LooseDog, we really appreciate you guys being here. Typically, these streams might only be me, accompanied by some staffers and mods. The twins typically don't join these, and Larry may jump in. I haven't talked to him about him joining today. It's a maybe. I know he's a little depressed after he found out Sanji was a conqueror. He didn't want to listen to me, man. I was telling him for years. For years it was gonna happen. He didn't want to listen. Oh man. All right, yeah, man. A lot of people in here looking forward to talking to the guys. I might let a Sanji fan in here for free, you know what I'm saying? Just so they can talk about the GOAT, man. About my boy, man. Twilight, you can take the day off if you want, man. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be a lot of Sanji season today.
See, it don't bother me as much as I think it did Larry. When it comes to Zoro and Sanji, it can go either way for me. You already know. The Straw Hat I care for is Brook.
Sanji season in the middle of Brook season. Crazy. Anyway, but yeah, I see a bunch of people in here. Let's get to some super chats as well before we get into some calls. And again, if you guys have anything you guys want to say, let me know. By all means, you guys get first dibs on these types of streams. So we got 13 months at Fremos from at Nakama status. It says, did you guys see the new Rocks SBS info? I did. Lionel sent it to us in our group chat. I think it confirmed Rox's age. I think he's confirmed to be 5 years older than Roger. Something about him not liking dairy, so he's like lactose intolerant, maybe. Likes Bacardi. Says he'd be 81 right now, so 7 years older than Whitebeard. And he was 43 at God Valley. So Rock, as far as the primes in One Piece go, I think people would say your prime is ages like 37 or so to like 45, I'd say. Maybe longer, depending on who you are as a character. But yeah, it seems as though Rox was smack dab in the middle of his prime when it all happened, when it all went down. Maybe he had some room to grow as well, but it's good to have those type of stats on him, like how old he was. We get a real gauge. I don't know that we ever got confirmation on how old Harold was in human years, but he was probably around the same age in terms of human years, probably like 45 or 40 something. Did y'all see that about Rox? I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, I seen it.
Yeah, it was that SVS was something.
It was a whole bunch of nothing from what I saw.
Yeah.
I think we also got confirmation about Marco's
Polo.
dad. Yeah, Marco Polo. Yep. Yeah, being Polo Marco.
To be honest.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
But like, you know.
I think the first one was what was one of the first questions was what was Nami's special attack? Oda confirmed it was the boob press.
I will say this. I will say this in regards to the Marco and his dad thing. I did like that the confirmation was there that this person became a partner for Whitebeard. Probably his first like mate. You know what I mean? And
no, that I do agree on that aspect of it.
Yeah, I think that works. It's always kind of worked in the sense of like Marco had this seat seemingly even when he was younger and weaker than like Odin. Like, why do you have the first commander seat? And it's like, it seems now that we have full, relevant, like we have the whole picture. It was in honor of his Whitebeard's probably first mate, first real crewmate, probably first real friend in the pirating world that he considered a crewmate. So, yeah, shout out to Polo Graham. Shout out to Marco Polo. Yeah. But let's move on. We got 5 gifted memberships from David E. Oaks. So that will allow for, I think, 2 people to join the call-in stream. So thank you, Davey. Appreciate that. So the knock him a fist up. Another 2 from T-Row. You got to put 30-second limit if the topic is Sanji. Nah, man. Nah. No limits on Sanji conversation today. We got another 5 from Sunnit. It's 5 months at Nakama status. It says, Sanji season, let's go. Yes, sir, man. You already know, bruh. And another 10 from Tyrone Biggums. It says, may I get a call in? Sure, man. Tyrone, what is your name on YouTube or on Discord? I don't know what it is exactly, but join the call waiting room and I'll drag you up. If it's Tyrone Biggums, I'll be able to see you easily. Or ping like Twilight or Toby or Reggie, and they'll let me know exactly which one is you. And we'll get
every time I hear that name. With all the fixins.
With all the fixins. Oh, man. But all right. Y'all ready? Now, I guess before we get started, y'all said y'all might have something y'all wanted to talk about. Talk to me. I know you said you had something, Twilight, Reggie, Toby. What's going on?
Well, mine was more or less. Or what's up? Was Toby about to go?
Oh no, I was asking who wanted to go first.
Yeah, no, I was just gonna say I like the because it's not my theory or anything. It's just something that was even brought up yesterday that I actually think there is kind of something that I could see towards it with Emu having Joyboy's body.
Mm-hmm.
Like having taken over that, because I feel like there's an avenue where the shadow, it more or less stemmed from me thinking about how different the personalities are between what Joyboy or how Emu acts when he's in his shadow form compared to when we see him fully, like, uncovered, more or less. What we see on Elbath, basically. And I feel like with how childish and, like, it's hard to explain. I just see that I could see that there's some credence to them being two different bodies. And we know Joyboy and Emu were at least close to some extent from that small little flashback we've seen of them laughing together. So, what do you think about it in that aspect?
Yeah, I think I mentioned before, I don't know how to phrase this exactly, but I always called the Emu a little bitch.
No, that's fair.
Like, I always kind of got that vibe for him. He's always felt more Orochi and Spandam than Kaido. I don't know exactly why I feel that from him, but it's just things he's done. He seems really insecure.
He acts like a child.
Yeah, he acts like a child. Yeah.
When he's shadowed out, he acts like a complete child. Like every time Joyboy's brought up, it's like a trigger, and he instantly just starts screaming. And I feel like, if I'm being honest, borderline crying.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But
so
yeah, I just feel like. But see, the only reason, I suppose it wouldn't even be accurate to say it could be Joyboy's body, because I definitely hope Joyboy wasn't acting like that.
Yeah,
is what I was initially saying was the body that he's got to have has to have tendencies of the actual original person, and that's why it's the two conflicting personalities like battling.
Yeah, for me, my other, and I know that this silhouette piece is what it is, right? Like the silhouette thing has never really mattered in One Piece. But I will say, in terms of how I've always viewed it, how do I say this? With Joyboy and Emu, if Joyboy's supposed to be this devil-like figure, and I think I mentioned this last night, there is credence to him just having this jealousy of Joyboy, right? Like, the devil was jealous of God. You know what I mean? Like, that's what it's supposed to, if it's supposed to be emulative of that, it's supposed to have some maybe tie into that in the actual lore, in the actual story of what's happening here between these two people. And being jealous of this stronger physical person is something that Orochi was jealous of with Odin. You get what I mean? So like I can see that being a thing. I just don't know if he went as far as to take Joyboy's specific body, and I don't know if I would like that as a development of these two people's story as a whole. Also, like I mentioned with the silhouette, like he just doesn't seem to look like Emu in the silhouettes that we've seen of him. And maybe that's not fair, but I don't see it. Like, you know what I mean? The long white hair, wings, like I'm not seeing any of that. And maybe it's a transformation that he has to go through to get to that, but I'm just not seeing any of the Emu. Or he doesn't. The silhouettes that we've seen of Joyboy don't seem like Emu to me. And even the stories we hear about Nika, and obviously it's possible they're just two completely different people or whatever. But like that doesn't seem like the Emu that we're seeing either, right? So I'm like, I don't know that he has his body. I think it's possible it's somebody's body that's not his.
No, that's what I was initially going to say was the whole Emu having Joyboy's body is what made me start thinking about that the two that very well could be two separate bodies.
Mm-hmm.
And before I forget, there was actually, just because that was relatively short, there is one last thing that was initially my original point that I wanted to ask your thought on. Before I forget, that's another little short thing. You know how Zanisha and Emmett were both apologizing to Joyboy, like in memory of, in Joyboy's memory, they were apologizing to him.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think it has something to do with what Emu said about the children on Elbath 800 years ago, or however, I think it was, 800. Do you think it has something to do with that, which is ultimately what led to Joyboy's defeat? Is that Emu used the children against him? And in some way, maybe his crew had a hand in it, unknowingly. Like Emu tricked his crew into allowing the kids to be captured, which ultimately led to Joyboy's defeat because Joyboy chose the children over winning the battle.
I could definitely see that, and even the tie-in with Emmett specifically is, I think, the giant robot house that we see on Elbaf. I don't know if he's directly involved, but in general, something happened where people felt the need to apologize to other people on multiple occasions, and whether that's broken promises, as Joyboy alluded to, or unfulfilled promises, or like just not holding up your end of a bargain, or doing something that, you know, betrayed your allies or comrades. Like, the way Emu seems to be, he'll try to win by any means, and I could definitely envision him having used children in this way, especially now that he's saying it. He's bringing it up now. Like, that could be the focal point of why the apologizing was happening. I didn't exactly put 2 and 2 together there when I first read it, but I could definitely see it.
Yeah, I feel like he brought it up at an interesting point, especially with Luffy coming so soon after. I don't know. It was just a little side thought. Definitely something I'd have to think about a lot more.
Okay. All right. Yeah, I gotta think on it.
That's all from me.
All right, Toby.
Not too much.
I don't got a theory. I'll let someone else go.
Okay. Reggie?
I got a thought or take, but I think it was talked about already though. If that's cool.
Yeah.
It's about the man of the hour, Sanji, you know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Initially when Emu touched down and he already finished up with Zoro and them and went on to Sanji's area, that initial kick that Sanji went in with, that Emu blocked it, with the little spacing and whatnot and the lightning effects for the Conqueror signaling, is that only Emu and his Conquerors that's being utilized at that moment, or Sanji like also is like showing those some for foreshadowing? Because he had a couple moments since Wano and whatnot of him like showing the potential, but something holding him back. Before I had a question, and ironically, you know what I'm saying, it was to Larry, but agreeably, the German genes had nothing to do with his Conqueror's Haki being held back. It was something else. But at that time, I couldn't, you know what I'm saying, people using the women thing and whatnot, but I think it was Twilight or somebody said it on the last show, or the twins, maybe yesterday, about the love for women and protecting your family and whatnot, which is a great point. So he's not the only Conqueror that did that. Like Rocks, he was crying about his family and whatnot. So that's something that been in my mind for a minute.
Well, I agree with your premise of the second part. I don't think the attack he did on Sanji, like the Conqueror's Haki that we're seeing, I don't think Sanji's involved in that.
Okay.
Yeah,
I can roll with it too.
Mostly because Sanji's defending there. Like, then it's not like a clash of wills, in my opinion, as much as it is like him just like, he kicks, it's blocked, and then he's kicked.
Right.
There's a one scene there, like after the initial kick, that you could maybe, like, I'm looking at it, it's chapter 1180.
Yeah.
Maybe you can
14.
say that's Conqueror's. I wouldn't. I still wouldn't. I'd say
I ain't mad at it.
yeah, I don't think so, man. I don't think.
Now loading. I wish was able to hashtag that, but now loading. You feel me?
Yeah, man.
Appreciate that.
It was definitely loading, man. Definitely loading.
He has to be a king, man. He know what Gaban told him.
Gotta be a king, man.
Yes, sir.
All right.
Supreme King.
I do see our glorious king, Larry, joined the show. I don't know if he could hear me or not.
What's up, Larry?
We can't hear you.
I can hear.
What's going on, guys?
What's
How are
up?
What's up, bro?
I didn't think you was gonna make it today.
Robin.
Yeah, I'm here.
In honor of Sanji.
It's not.
I'm trying not to get fired. My bad, y'all. It's good, bro.
Chilling, man.
man.
How about you?
Shit, vibing out with the crew. I'm saying another live Tuesday, man. Let's get with the community.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah,
smiling ear to
very,
ear. I ain't gonna lie to
very.
you.
Yeah, you the monster trio guy, man. With Reggie be in
For sure.
chat, caping for Zoro and Sanji simultaneously. It'd be so
Yeah.
funny.
Greatness is greatness, baby.
All right, let's get into it, man. I do believe that Will was the first person waiting, so let's get Will in here. Will, are you there?
Hello, hello.
How's it going, man?
Yeah, not too bad. Thank you very much, Seb. How are you?
Chilling, bro. It's Sanji season, so I'm hyped, man. What's up?
Oh, of course. Well, I got some sauce for you then, my friend.
Talk to me.
Oh, very quickly, I just wanted to say, Larry, back a couple months ago, I was listening to some of the old pods, and you gave a recommendation of V for Vendetta,
Mm.
and me and my girlfriend watched it together. Absolutely amazing, especially being from England myself. It was so good.
One of my favorite movies of all time, man. I could quote it like bar for bar.
You can't.
Yeah, it's impeccable. And I was going to say to you, seeing as you like that, there was a movie that came out last year. I believe it's called like The Anniversary. It's got Dylan O'Brien in it. Definitely check that out. It's a good movie as well.
Okay.
Similar lines.
Have you
Anyway.
have you started?
sorry.
Have you started just letting your words flow with V to start? Yeah, like have you just started
I
doing
wish.
that? No, okay.
I wish.
You wish. Okay. All right.
Yeah, I'll get straight into it. I had this theory for a while, like roughly like egghead time, but sat on it for a bit, and then as things have been going in Elbath, it's looking better and better, to be honest. But I'll whip my notes out. It's only a quick one anyway.
What's the theory called?
I guess you could just call it King of Germa.
Okay.
So it's all very loose, but it just starts with I believe like during the final war with Luffy going on to become the king of the pirates and Zoro also king of hell. I believe that Sanji, with his Conqueror's Haki, is also going to need a title of king. I believe during the final war, Sanji will acquire his advanced Conqueror's Haki. However, this will only happen after a possible change of character with Judge, some sort of character development, whether it be him conceding to Sanji's methodology, and his ideologies, and him abstaining from the throne and maybe passing it on to Sanji, making the Germa Kingdom an ally in the final war. However, this is not within his character at all to accept something of this high status. And, I believe that he would want to stay with the crew and keep adventuring even after the story. So that leads me to believe that he would abdicate it himself after the war and utilizing Germa's resources and abdicating it to Reiju, who I believe will almost reform the kingdom and use their technology worldwide and helping other countries rebuild in the New Dawn. And that's pretty much it.
Well, I love the idea of Reiju becoming the king or queen of Germa. I really like that. She's always seemed the most like competent of the Germa siblings, Sanji included. And I feel like she's everything that Judge needs, but doesn't understand yet. Like she still has some level of emotion. She still has her wherewithal. She still understands both Sanji and her other siblings. Like she gets it all. And I don't know. I feel like he's been trying to make this, like my sons have to do this, my sons have to do that. When he's had an elite kind of option for everything with Reiju the whole time, I think that would be cool.
Women do it best, man.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know about all that, but yeah, I mean, I like the idea of him abdicating the throne to Reiju. I don't know that she would want it though. That's my question. Like, would that be something she wants? I'm not sure about that. Like, I want her to have agency in here too. If this is something she's desiring, then cool. But if it's just like, hey, take over this throne for me because I don't feel like doing it. I don't know if I like that per se. In terms of Sanji's kingly epithet, I don't know. I put a couple options in the chat. You put King of Germa. I put King of Love, King of the Heavens, maybe something else. I don't know.
Yeah,
King of
Sky.
Kicks. I don't know. What you think, Larry, about Reiju on the throne? Running North Blue.
I wouldn't mind it. I think it would go towards like the carrot of Mokomo Dukedom type vibe.
Mm-hmm. That'd be pretty cool. Yeah. Well, Will, appreciate the call, man. I saw you in there a little early, bro. Thank you.
Yeah, it's obviously time zones, isn't it? I wanted to get in quick so I can go bed.
Yeah, what time is it over there for you?
Just hitting 11, but I have to get up pretty early, so I need my beauty sleep.
Well, just know, I'm rooting for France in the World Cup, but I've heard all the chants about bringing the cup home finally, bringing it all back home. Y'all are like the second, you know what I mean, my second choice, but for my parlay, I need France.
Second the best.
Yeah, you get you some sleep, man. Have a good one.
Yeah, nice one, gents. I did send you both you and Larry a DM. If you ever get time to check it out, I'd love it. But either way, both of you and the rest of you guys in this call, chat, everyone take care. Have a lovely day. Love, peace.
Have a good one, bro.
Yeah, bye, guys.
Brody. Appreciate that.
Well, mad respectful, man. Appreciate
No,
that.
facts.
He said king of pervs. Kings of simps. How funny. Simp King. King of cooks. Simp King is good. I like that. That's funny.
You don't want that as a title, dog.
Simp King, no? We got another 5 from David E. Oaks. It says, what do y'all think Gaban meant by saying you possess a streak of masochistic instability? Toby, I'm getting some background noise from you, dog. All right, cool. So to me, it was an odd phrasing. To me, I took it to mean that he burdens himself more than he should. He doesn't live freely enough. Whether that's insecurities about his upbringing, insecurities about his place in the world, his self-worth, etc. That's kind of how I viewed it, because those have been like focal points of Sanji's story in the past. I also viewed it in part him having reservations about going all out in a fight because of the fear that he might lose himself to his Germa genes. He had the one fight with Queen that kind of confirmed that he doesn't go all, like he wouldn't lose himself, but is that truly confirmation? I don't know. I don't know if Sanji can see that this one example had happened or didn't happen and he'll just accept that. So I don't know, somewhere along those lines, him not living freely enough. I don't know. Larry?
Say it again.
The what do you think Gaban meant by you possess a streak of masochistic instability?
I remember I looked that up and I tried to see what that meant. And it just kind of got brought up as like a pattern where somebody like unconsciously creates or remains like in unstable, painful conditions because that's what they're familiar with or they feel they deserve, or it's like they're trying to fulfill some emotional need. So they enter like unhealthy relationships and stuff like that, knowing they'll be hurt, feeling uncomfortable when like life is peaceful, and then cycling between like emotional highs and lows, but they're still drawn to like distress. So it's like it basically explains what Sanji is always going through. And yeah, I think that's what Gaban basically meant. How could he tell that from just meeting Sanji for the first time? I have no idea.
Right.
Sanji just exudes masochistic tendencies.
It just exudes that. He just got that. protruding
based
off him at all times. It's like, hey
right.
man, I can feel a deep turmoil within you. Like what? I guess.
Based on what y'all just said, like, is that like stemming from the trauma of his childhood?
It would have to be.
It just hit my head. Yeah, it just
Probably.
hit my head.
Yeah, it would have to be.
Like it, yeah, it very easily could, especially with his upbringing and how his childhood went.
Mm-hmm. Because he had a helmet on his head. He only got one eye out. Like that's, you know what I'm saying? All that. He was traumatized.
Mm.
Yeah, I cook it.
Mm.
But it threw me for a loop when I see that too. I'm sorry, Seb.
Nah, you good. All right. Let's get the next caller in here. I don't remember who was next. I want to say it was either Scrubs or Sunnit. I don't know. I think it was Scrubs though. I'll go with Scrubs. King of Scrubs. You there?
Hello?
Hey, how's it going, man? Welcome.
Hey, how's it going, guys?
Chilling, man. Talk to me. What do you want to talk about today? You got a theory, question, rant?
It's I guess you can say it's a theory. I'm gonna apologize to Larry ahead of time because I'm here to talk about Blackbeard today.
Huh? You have a name for the theory?
Um, Blackbeard, the real final villain.
Okay.
So let me pull this up. I wrote a little something here. All right. At its core, One Piece is a sweeping exploration of freedom and the heavy price required to achieve it. While Emu serves as the ultimate symbol of absolute oppression and systemic control, the narrative's true thematic climax belongs to Blackbeard. Luffy and Blackbeard are fundamentally two sides of the same coin. Both are driven by an unyielding desire for total freedom, but their moral compasses point in opposite directions. While Luffy's freedom is rooted in joy, camaraderie, and liberation, Blackbeard's freedom is dark, selfish, and built on trampling anyone who stands in his way. As the ultimate homage to the real-world history's most infamous pirate, Blackbeard represents piracy in its purest, most chaotic form, making him the most fitting final antagonist for the pirate epic. The real genius of positioning Blackbeard as the final obstacle lies in the philosophical trap Luffy will face after defeating the world government. By taking down Emu and shattering the chains of absolute oppression, Luffy will successfully grant total, unrestricted freedom to the entire world. However, the tragic irony and the ultimate price of that victory is that this newly liberated world also frees someone as dangerous, as evil as Blackbeard to unleash chaos without restraint. The final conflict won't just be a battle of strength, but a test of Luffy's ideals. How does the ultimate liberator handle the dark side of the very freedom he fought so hard to unleash? Now, I know at this point, I feel like we're going to learn more about Emu than we do, Blackbeard. But I think Oda is saving Blackbeard's kind of story and his motivations and his like true intentions towards the end of the story, right? Even, Blackbeard for me, I think gives Luffy more than just like a real fight, but just something like he's fighting for freedom. They both are. And I think Luffy's gonna come around and like genuinely have to, instead of just kicking this problem away, which he easily can, I think he has to put more thought into it and really like stand and think about like his stance on freedom. So that's my 2 cents. I don't know what you guys think about it.
Larry?
You could go.
Okay, so I'm still in the Emu's the final villain, but I can see a world that alludes to what you're speaking on in terms of like, oh, we finally accomplished this, but now it opens up the avenue for the actual chaos agent in the world, Blackbeard, who does have a narrative stance to be like a final villain like this. So I feel like I like it in that respect. I think I've mentioned it before a while ago, and like it's been a consistent stance for me that I've always looked at Blackbeard as the last barrier for Luffy to become Pirate King, and then once he becomes Pirate King, he learned the truth at Raftel, and then take his eyes or set his sights on the world government after learning the truth. That's kind of the flow of the things. Is how I've always looked at it. Like recent developments in the story have kind of gotten me more to okay, Blackbeard could potentially be the final villain, because his sights are also the world and the relevance he has to the once, I guess, true king of the world with Davy Jones and Rox's, revelations and kind of how quickly we're seeing Emu move and get his skill set and powers like revealed and potential backstory revealed, I'm still torn personally as to like which I would prefer. I think I'd still prefer the Emu one being the final villain.
Mm-hmm.
But if I do think there's a world where you can write it well enough to make Blackbeard the final one, Oda would really need to be in his bag though for that, because he's like the ultimate quintessential pirate villain, and like Emu has dominated the world for so long, it'd feel a little jarring for him to be removed from that perch for this other person who's been cheating.
One can argue that's true piracy.
It is. Like, that's the thing. It can be well written. It can still be jarring. You know what I mean? Like
I get you. 100%.
From that. I don't know. I go back and forth on this one every time. I still see Emu as the final villain until he ain't. But maybe that's my masochistic instability regarding Blackbeard. How about that?
Hey, listen, I'm just here saying what I think is, an option. I'm not saying it's the only option.
That's fair.
I think Blackbeard is the final villain. To be honest. I think Davy's will and Blackbeard's, I guess you could say, get back for his father. I feel like it matters more than enough for Oda to make that decision, to make him overtake whatever Emu's running out there. So that's probably the simplest way I can explain it without yapping for like 3 minutes.
Huh? Larry?
I think Blackbeard somehow reaching that pedestal would have to depend on Davy himself and what Davy meant to the world in the past. So I can see Emu overthrowing Davy, and then Davy having a really, really important role on the world. Maybe his family was in control of the first world, and then in the second world, he fell to Emu. And then maybe that would determine that Blackbeard and his revenge on Emu, or just trying to shape the world towards what he believes is freedom, will dictate what freedom was before Emu came through. I think that's probably the only way that I probably accept it wholeheartedly, because then he becomes bigger than Emu. Like I've said before, Emu has reigned supreme for the past 800 years. He was the nemesis of Joyboy, who clearly has so much impact on the story. And that doesn't really fall towards Blackbeard right now. And if it is to fall towards Blackbeard, then that means that Davy had to have a bigger role or an equal role to Emu and Joyboy. We just haven't been revealed to it yet, which makes sense since Blackbeard's backstory, besides God Valley and Rocks, we don't really know much about. So I think it's going to be very interesting to see how Oda plays it out. And if he does it right, then I can see how Blackbeard could be the final villain.
Yeah, I definitely see that. I think, to rebuttal my own story, like I think the only problem, especially Larry, the way you put it, is for me, it would have a similar taste in my mouth as to like the Naruto and Sasuke ordeal, where it was like, they're the reincarnation. So like, I think that's the only reason I hope it's a little bit different than that, because then it's just coming down to, a reincarnation or family member of Davy versus, Joyboy, or I should say Nika, you know what I mean? Like, that's my only problem against that, because I do like Luffy hopefully being different from Joyboy or Nika or something like that, because then that for me, that's Luffy. Luffy's always been about himself. Not about himself, but he's always done him, right? And I just hope that it doesn't go in that direction, because again, then it just turns into like the Naruto situation, and that was something I personally didn't like about the ending of Naruto. But I get your point, though.
No, I agree. I think that's where One Piece will differentiate. It's based on willpower. So even though there's a lot of nepotism in One Piece, Oda has made it clear that even though it is important, that usually doesn't make the person important. Like if Whitebeard's son is really Weevil, Weevil's never going to be as important as Whitebeard, you know? If the Don that was in the Rocks Pirates was the true father of Beige, Beige is never going to be as important as what he was, you know? So I get you, but Luffy could always just fail. How can I put this? So, have you ever seen The Matrix?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, so Neo was supposed to be the one, and then it turns out he really wasn't the one. He was just the one to sacrifice for the system to restart and make a brand new day. So, at the end, he kind of failed, but he succeeded. I can probably see that happening with Luffy, because how are you going to change the world for the better without having some temporary change? So he can still fail at bringing the dawn, even though the dawn does come. It's all really for like interpretation. It's probably a harder question to answer than the One Piece will be to understand, in my opinion. You know what I mean? Like if you take out like a dictator, like who are you going to supplant him with that's going to bring everlasting change? Or is the world just going to go back into dusk eventually? I mean, peace is not going to be eternal, right? That's kind of impossible to put on somebody's shoulders. But at the end of the day, it depends. Like, are we going to agree with Blackbeard's freedom? Does he have the right way of looking at freedom, or will Luffy? Because Luffy has been challenged before on his view of freedom. He did it with Hannibal in Impel Down, where he was so selfishly wanting to save Ace that he freed all these other pirates that would bring great harm to villages or cities around them. And Luffy didn't care. And Hannibal was right at that instance. You are considered evil. You are going to be considered the person that led to a child's uncertainties like within their future just because you want to save Ace. So we don't really know, right? And I guess that's what I'm trying to get to is like this, it's going to be so much more complicated by the end of the story than it is right now because we only see it from Luffy's perspective.
Yeah, no, I definitely see that. I think that's why this idea of like absolute freedom, I think it's interesting because it's not inherently good or bad, right? You're just giving people that choice, and then that also, like I said, gives Blackbeard the choice to do what he wants. So I think it'll be interesting, but I think that's where other characters like Dragon and whoever is in charge of the Marines at that point, whether it is like Akainu or something like that, I think that's where other characters are probably going to come and step in, because again, at One Piece in general, as much as we love the crew and the Straw Hats, it's more than just them. It's more than just Luffy. So I think, yeah, I can't wait to see how this ends, because I think it's going to blow all our minds. But just my 2 cents to why Blackbeard I think might be the villain, but I can see why not. But thank you guys for hearing me out.
Yeah, man. Of course. Have a good night.
Have a good one, guys.
You too, bro.
You too. Thank you.
All right. We did get another couple super chats that came in while we were on with Scrub. It says 10 pounds or euros. I don't know. I can never tell. From Will, who's just on. It says, appreciate the love, guys. Heart emoji. Let's get some more callers in. Hashtag football is coming home. I don't know, man. I don't know. Hope not. Hope not. We got another 2 from Moonlight. It says Sanji's epithet is King of Hearts. Look on Wiki. Trust. Did they actually change it? I don't think they did that. But I guess they could have. Another 2 from David E. Oaks. Who will join Cross Guild? Wait, who will the Cross Guild run into first? Hashtag bang bang buggy gang. I don't know. I feel like Cross Guild's goal or their purpose in the story is to preoccupy the Marines, so they can't really be a focal point for Luffy and Blackbeard's ventures in the New World. So that tells me that they'll be running into the Marines first. Now, maybe that is in the freeing people from Impel Down storyline that basically has been theorized by every single One Piece YouTuber and fan at this point. But I think it does make sense. I think I've alluded to them being an emulation of the Rocks Pirates in some way. So other random strong pirates in the world that are free agents could end up finding their way to Cross Guild. People like, I don't know, maybe Law. I don't know. I don't know that Boa would, unless she's convinced to do so by like Gloriosa. I've mentioned that the remnants of Big Mom's crew could find value in linking up with Cross Guild, so that they can get pudding back from Blackbeard. I still believe that Judge and Caesar have a natural home in Cross Guild, so Neo Mads would be my choice for the first people to join. To kind of fulfill all the things that they were looking for in their Yako counterparts during their actual storyline. So, I don't know. Somewhere in that ilk. Somewhere in that lane. Another Nakama joined the ship in Uzumaki. Welcome and enjoy all the emojis that come with being a Nakama. And then Project Iceman donated another 5 gifted memberships. Should get some more people in here. So thank you, Ice. Throw the Nakama fists up. Or use the new emojis that we have available in chat. All right, let's get the next caller in. I want to say it was either Loose or Sunnit that was next. I'm going to go with Loose. Loose, talk to me, man.
Hello, hello.
How's it going, man?
Going good. What's up? What's up?
Chilling. You have a theory or a question? What's up?
I got a question and I get right into it, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
All right, title card. Oda's worst moments. I'm
Ooh.
coming for the king today.
Ooh.
So, in light of recent streams, I thought, y'all are debating some Oda moments, what he's writing, what he's not writing, and I thought, what are some universal moments as a community that we ask, we don't like, and makes us kind of go, Oda, what are you doing? This isn't it. And so I collected 5, and I thought we'd rank them.
Okay.
So first, I got Pell being revived.
Okay.
Second, I got Mihawk versus Vista.
Okay.
I got Sanji at Fishman Island.
Okay.
I got Sabo escaping the throne room.
Okay.
And I got the Foxy arc.
Okay. No Saul being alive? No?
I thought that was just more like we all knew that wasn't gonna go anywhere and a bit of a gag.
Mm-hmm.
And in terms of the most egregious revive, I thought Pell is by far the most egregious revive.
I do agree with the Fishman Island one with Sanji. I'll agree with that. You said rank them from worst to least worst?
Yeah, I think number 1 being like the most
Number
Oda,
one,
what do you do in Moden?
It's gotta be
and
Pell.
5 being the whatever. Okay.
Number 1's gotta be Pell. It's the one that I had Alabasta as a 10 out of 10 arc, and then Pell lived. Put it that way. Still hurts me to this day. Number 1's Pell for me. Number 2, as much as I hate the nosebleed stuff, I liked what we got from it. Like where we ended up as a result of blood transfusions and the deep emotional like situation there with Fishman Island and like the bigotry and everything. I liked that. I just thought getting there was stupid. Like we could have got there a more organically better way. I don't think Sabo escaping the throne room is all that. I think that's pretty standard One Piece stuff. So I might put that at 5. No Kinemon still no Kinemon, man, getting stabbed.
I have
by
that as
Kaido?
my it's in my honorable mentions. My honorable maybe you can swap some out here. My honorable mentions where I got Luffy versus Crocodile, Kinemon's death fake out, Shanks losing to a Sea King. I know that's kind of getting retcon though. And then I put Sabo maybe because
Sabo amnesia should have been.
That's what like
yeah.
Sabo's story has to finish, but if Sabo doesn't like I think do anything like super cool, I'm gonna think his character is pointless. Like the amnesia thing is like I think he gets one amnesia moment in this 1,000 chapter series, and so I didn't want to press him too much for that.
And you said the other one was Mihawk versus Vista. I don't think that.
I said Mihawk, Vista, and the Foxy arc.
I don't think that should be here. I'm fine with the Foxy arc in general because I enjoyed it, but like I'm fine with also it being here. I don't know, Larry. What's your ranking of these 5, bro? What you thinking?
Sanji Fishman Island arc. I legit quit the show because of it. I have to agree with Seb. I think the Pell one is really bad, for sure. I think the next one would be the Foxy arc. Oh man, I hated the Foxy arc.
It had its moments. It had the
Name
wings. Hold on. You're telling me that Zoro's speech to Chopper wasn't hard? That wasn't heat?
Bruh, I just finished rewatching that. Come on now.
Heat,
dude,
bro.
if I were okay, look, the Foxy chapter. If I were the Foxy arc's like 20 chapters. If I were to tell you like we get no Foxy arc and we just get 20 more chapters now, are you really gonna tell me like anything from the Davy back? Like, come on, like what are we doing?
I have a soft spot in my heart for the Foxy arc because I sniped that Rocks got his crew via Davy back fight.
Say that.
And that
I
wouldn't
knew
have
Davy back
happened.
fight was gonna come up.
Wouldn't have happened without the Foxy arc. Okay, so
Look.
sniped it. But we probably could have did without it, or at least had a better situation going on. Like it, I don't know. They could have just made G8 a bigger thing. You know what I mean?
I think the G8 arc is great. I wish it was canon. I think we all like just kind of imagine it to be canon. And yeah.
Okay. Wait, so what was your 5, Larry? You said Sanji 1, Pell 2, Foxy 3. I don't think I stopped you there.
Yeah.
Sabo in the throne room 4, and then Vista and Mihawk 5.
Okay. Well, solid list. Amnesia should have been on here, man. That's all I'm saying.
I thought about it, but I
Absolutely
just
terrible.
Amnesia and Throne Room hand to hand.
Absolutely terrible. We you know what I mean? He human. You know, he gonna make mistakes. I do think I'm giving him grace for the Vista Mihawk one, but I do think we would have solved a lot of problems with Mihawk and his story if we just had him deal with Vista the way the admirals were dealing with the other Yonko commanders. So
it's because it's funny, I ranked mine as Sabo escaping the throne room being like the most egregious, because that was the one where it is like kind of One Piece that like people escape, but like these are seemingly like the 5 most end game or 6 most end game villains, and he had from King Cobra. Like, what would help? I don't know. Like, I read that, and I don't know. When I read that, that was the most. I was like, Sabo better do something, because like, what's the point if like I think it just downplays the villain so much, and like I'm not like, it's not this anywhere near the same level to me. But like Emu also like getting punched by Luffy is kind of, that's a conversation that's been brought up. I just think that Oda is like, these little moments are just making Emu seem like less intimidating, and I really don't like it. And so that's why I had Sabo as number 1. But then I had Pell being revived, because that just set like such a worse tone for the series. Because like just kill off these characters that are coming back.
So I will say
like,
this. I will say this. Probably the first time you'll ever see me, probably last time you'll ever see me defend Pell surviving on camera. If Pell dies, does Ace's death hit as hard?
Yes.
You think so?
I think because it's like
because to me there was no chance Ace was dying. To me, it was no chance because Pell had survived. You get what I'm saying? Like there was no chance Ace was gonna die because Pell had survived.
In my mind, it's just that like there was enough time. Like Marineford was like 400 chapters later. If you're watching in the anime, it's like hundreds of episodes later. It's like we can have a story where people die and it still be like a surprise. Like the main character's brother, like that, I still think it would have hit. And it's like, and it's a nuke, dude. You can never tell me that like it's the whole premise of the arc. He tanked a nuke. It's like he has to die. It's like you can't not make him. It's like. So yeah, I think it sets such a different tone. It like makes One Piece more of a children's show, having Pell being revived. It's like you can't even do that. It's like what are we doing? It's like yeah, I don't know. I understand what you're saying, but I will not be swayed.
Okay, listen, I tried. You're right.
Yeah, and I know you don't even believe that. I know deep in your heart you don't even believe it.
Not even a little bit.
Exactly.
But, all right, Loose. Appreciate the call, man. Thank you.
Yeah, no problem. Peace to y'all.
Peace.
Peace.
All right. Let's get the next caller in here. I want to say it was Sunnit. Sunnit, talk to me, man.
Yeah, baby.
How's it going, man?
Chilling, y'all. Watching some tennis. How you been?
Good. You know, my boy got Conqueror's Haki. It's a dope 4th of July weekend.
Hey, Sanji season. Let's go.
Sanji season, man. Talk to me.
I had my quick little piece about perspective. And I think Larry is going to like this one.
Okay.
And it is about rocks. So, let me pick up my notes. One second. All right, I'll try to speed up my little piece. So, Rocks D. Zebek, a man who aimed for the absolute highest position possible. Not the romanticized freedom of the Pirate King, but the supreme totalitarian ruler of the world. And yet, what remains of him is not a legacy of defeat, nor a monument to his failure. What remains is absence. We know mathematically he existed. We know he stood at the apex of an era, casting a shadow over figures who would go on to become gods of the sea. But knowledge of his existence survives only in fractured whispers, among veterans, not in the annals of history. And that distinction is not merely semantic, it is a defining tragedy and terror of his character. Most antagonists in One Piece leave behind a tangible footprint that validates their existence. Even in defeat, they leave ruins, cautionary tales, ideological successes, or scars on the world, both physically and political. For example, Crocodile left a traumatized Alabasta, Doflamingo left a shadowed underworld, and even Joyboy, defeated 800 years ago, left behind poneglyphs and inherited will. But Rocks leaves none of that, which suggests something deeply deliberate, orchestrated by the highest echelons of power. It suggests that Rocks was not simply killed in battle, he was removed from the narrative continuum of reality. This shifts the fundamental questions surrounding his character. Rocks is not compelling because of the violence he enacted, he is compelling because of the epistemological violence enacted upon him after he fell. So the world government did not simply eliminate a military threat at God Valley, they executed a masterclass in narrative control. By erasing Rocks, the Celestial Dragons and the Gorosei didn't just win a physical war, they defined reality retroactively. They demonstrated that history is not an objective recording of events. It is a curated gallery, and they hold the only key. So your existence in this world is not only determined by the magnitude of your actions, but by whether the architects of the world permit you to be remembered. And Dr. Hurlock famously stated that a man only truly dies when he is forgotten. If that is the universal law of One Piece, then the world government possesses a far more terrifying ancient weapon, the power of enforced absolute death. And Rocks challenged more than naval authority, he challenged authorship. While figures like Roger or Luffy seek to move freely within the margins of the world, ignoring the rulers to chart their own course, Rocks aimed to seize the pen itself. He did not want to dismantle the system to liberate the oppressed, he wanted to overthrow the empty throne so he could sit upon it. He did not seek freedom, he sought a monopoly on meaning, he sought control. And his crew was a direct reflection of his philosophy. The Rocks pirates were not bound by romantic ideals of unity, found family, or mutual loyalty. They were localized apocalypse, a concentration of violently dominant forces held together solely by the gravitational pull of Zebek's terrifying presence. It was a crew governed by the law of the jungle, inherently unstable by design. And when multiple conquerors are forced into subjugation, structures are always a ticking time bomb. So when Rocks finally falls at God Valley, the collapse of his empire is entirely expected. An alliance of pure power shatters the moment the singularity holding it together is extinguished. What isn't expected is the surgical precision of what follows. God Valley doesn't just become a ruin, the island itself is wiped from the maps. The stage where Rocks made his final play is literally unnamed. Consequently, there is no legacy, no cautionary tale taught to the Marines, no ideological residue left for young pirates to inherit. The world government buried the truth so deep that even Marines who fought him, like Gob, refused to speak his name openly. That profound absence reveals something fundamentally uncomfortable about the universe of One Piece. History is not a neutral record, it is a manufactured consensus. And this leads to the true chilling implication of Rocks. He represents a power beyond Haki, beyond devil fruits, beyond the conquest of the sea. There is a power that dictates what is real in hindsight. And most people feel fear because it ends their personal story. Rocks introduced a far more horrifying outcome, that your story can be fully written, your absolute pinnacle of power reached, and then the entire manuscript can be thrown into the fire. And this question surrounding Rocks is no longer whether he lost to Roger and Gob. It is a question of existential dread. Does losing even matter if the world can flawlessly erase the fact that you ever played? And Rocks Caesarback is more than a forgotten parrot. He is the ultimate limit case of existence in this world. He is a dark proof that to exist, to conquer, and to dominate is never enough. In the end, you must also secure the permission to be remembered. My bad if I spoke too soon. It was a bit long.
No, that was great. That's your boy, Larry. I'll give you the floor.
Nah, man, you made sense. You spoke well. You know what I'm saying? I think this definitely makes the conversation very interesting between who is more dangerous to the world government, Roger or Rocks. And I loved it, man. You did a really good job. Thank you for doing so much, detailed research and putting together something, as concise as that. I'm pretty sure it took you some time.
Yeah, I did. But thank you. It was I listened to your account to who is more dangerous to the world. And my instinct went to Roger because we didn't know a lot about Rocks. But when I looked into his story, I can most definitely confirm that Rocks is the most dangerous to the world government. Because imagine being erased from history. You don't do that simply because you're the Pirate King. Just some little rocks blaze.
All thing they did was change his name.
I'll allow it, Sunnit. I'll allow it. I'll allow it, bro. I was gonna buck back, but I'm not in that mood today. I'll allow it.
You're always in that mood. You might as well just do it.
I ain't gonna do it, bro. I ain't gonna do it.
Because you're gonna do it later. You're
You
gonna
always
hit
in the
me
mood, Seb.
Do for the gram. I'm bugging.
Oh man, it's alright. You're allowed to think that. You know, we all grown. But no, I did think the analysis was great. I did. Rox is probably one of Oda's like best written characters in the entire series. Genuinely think that. For very reasons, like a lot of reasons. One of them is how nuanced a character he is, because Rox knew that they'd probably erase him, but he didn't care about being remembered. He only cared in that moment, once Teach was born, once Eris was in danger, about saving them. He knew what going there meant. He even said it to Harold. And he still went. So
He did.
That's why I love Rox as a character. I do. I know people call me a Rox hater. I think he's one of the, like I said, one of the best written characters in the series. I still don't think he was more dangerous than Roger, but I don't think he needs to be that to be his own amazing character. So, yeah.
And that's why he's the GOAT.
That's beautiful.
Yeah, you're trying to trigger me. Y'all keep trying to trigger me, bro. Y'all keep trying to send me over the edge, man.
I got some rage baiting in me tonight, so that's why.
But Sunnit,
do it.
Nah, man. Sunnit, I do love when you do these perspectives, man. Keep them coming. The last one on Doffy was great. This one on Rox was great. I'm curious where you go next with the Sunnit's perspective. I wonder, you could probably do this on like 50 different characters in One Piece.
Give me a character and I'll do it, because it's kind of hard for me to decide. So I'll add me.
What's the in between Rox and Doflamingo?
Me.
Dragon. The answer is probably Blackbeard, but I'll go Dragon. Give me a Dragon analysis. Piss Larry off.
Dragon?
Yeah.
All right.
Good
I
one.
do have one quick question. Larry, when are you going to continue streaming? It's been weeks.
I think if I don't have a lot to do this week, but if not next week, it's just been hectic.
Okay. Well, take care of yourself, man. You're working too hard.
It's the twins, bro.
Yeah.
Larry's been working to set the twins up so that we can stream from the house a little more smoothly. And he's been running into a lot of roadblocks. I know he doesn't typically go into the details of it, but the last 3 times I've seen Larry, he's been working on that. So, yeah.
Take care of yourself, guys. You only got one life, one body.
Yeah, you too, bro.
It's true.
Sunnit, have a good one, man.
Have a good one, guys. Have a good night.
You too. Thank you.
All right, who's next? I want to say it was Diamond or 3D. 3D be on BS, bro. 9 times out of 10. I'm going Diamond. 3D don't be talking about nothing, bro. Diamond, you there? Low-key Diamond don't be talking about nothing either.
Wait, hello? Can you guys hear me?
Said Drake.
Yeah, we can hear you.
Yeah.
Man.
Yeah, how y'all doing today?
Chilling, man.
What's up, man?
I only had like a couple of questions. I'll make it quick. I want to say a couple months ago, I called in about like the matchups for Elbeth, and I got half of them right because I said Zoro was gonna fight Sommers and Sanji was gonna fight Killingham, but the reasons were like different. So I just want to glaze myself for a little bit.
Go off, King.
And then, one of my questions is going to be towards Larry. Besides because I didn't finish the pod yesterday, but you guys were really talking about Sanji's potential for Conqueror's Haki and all that. I mean, first I want to say, like, everyone that was hitting on Larry yesterday, like, 99% of you guys wouldn't, like, handle half the hate that he received yesterday from all those super chats in the live chat. Like, you know, because shout out Larry. Because I mean, I will say as like collectively, like the pod's power scaling takes are kind of crazy, but like you guys cook with the theories and the character analysis. Like, Seb, like the Brook backstory was really good. How it's like a combination of all of them. I mean, Larry like called it spot on about Gunko or Shuri being the result of you know shady stuff with Kandel and Holy Knight. But I guess my question is, we know that there was a poisonous fog that clouded the city, and people got sick of it, and then Kandel ended up passing away. My question is, if it is related to that God's Night that happened to be Shuri's mother or Shuri's father, do you guys think that he's the reason Brook died in the first place? Because as we know, like celestial dragons by nature are very petty individuals. Like I think Carlos's like first appearance, he took someone's wife, and then the guy kind of like instinctively like said no, and then he kind of killed him right away. Probably didn't even want her, but he didn't like that like someone beneath him stood up to him. So I started thinking that like, what if it was gonna be another like celestial dragon tournament around the time, and they were gonna. So that's the reason why this God Knights were on the lower world, and then just by chance they happened to get a look of Brook's wanted poster, and at first he probably didn't recognize him because he had the shades and like a new like attire, you know, like the suit and tie. But he recognized Brook off of the scar that Shuri gave him when she was like Dami Reversied. And because a lot of the celestial dragons are sadistic by nature, like he probably thought it would have been a fun game to go after Brook and his crew, that maybe he could have been directly involved in the like passing of Brook's captain, because we really don't know how he passed away, just that he did, and then Brook was left to take the leadership role. And then just to kind of like make Brook's life even like more hell, he found him again. Like after Brook was already kind of known as being the captain of the Rumbar Pirates, and had like I forget the guy's name. I think it's like Garu. Like maybe his like Holy Knight apprentices or like had Marines attack Brook, and then had him get finished off the same way that he finished off Kandel and then possibly like other citizens of the kingdom. So I think that a future like battle, once like the final war happens, is Brook is gonna get his get back against that Holy Knight, who I'm assuming is one of the higher ranked ones, like the figurines. Like maybe not, you know, like rivals to them, but he'd still be up there. And then he's gonna try to finish Brook off the same way. And then knowing Brook, he's gonna be acting like the poison is working. And then he's gonna hit him with the "just kidding, I don't have any lungs," because he's all bones. And then it'll be like a theatrical finish where he uses maybe like Kandel's own swordsmanship against him. So like, what do you guys think about that?
So I like it for a few reasons. One, it does stick with the sadistic nature of and vindictive nature of the celestial dragons as a whole. And I could definitely see a situation like that, where like he notices, oh, that's Kandel Squire. He's still alive. I don't think he would let Brook live. Even if it wasn't in some sort of game or whatever, you know, I'd say that was my only part of it. I thought that was might be a little bit more convoluted, but you were just kind of giving a reason for him to be in the West Blue or whatever. But in general, or in the new the Grand Line or whatever. But in general, if Guro is Guro, right, Larry? I think it is.
Yeah, Guro.
Guro. If Guro was to uncover that Brook was still alive, he'd probably go out of his way to kill him. Mostly because he saw them, right? Like, even if it's Brook clearly doesn't remember correctly, whatever, he would go out of his way to kill Brook because on some level, Brook saw Emu. You know what I'm saying? Or whatever Emu was possessing at the time. He saw things and heard things that he wasn't supposed to hear or see. So if this is your job, taking Brook out is probably going to go high up the priority list. So I could definitely envision him dealing with it. I did also like the thought process of Brook getting his get back and fighting him. In terms of how that would work, I don't know. Brook isn't a conqueror. I don't think anybody's going that far with Brook in terms of his story. Maybe people change that up now that Sanji's a conqueror, but I don't think that, personally. I would say it would be an interesting way to make Brook have a final matchup in the God's Knights that does have like a lore background with him. You know, he wasn't able to get his shadow back versus Ryuma, but what if he is able to get his get back versus Guro? You know, in terms of the poison ability, I also do think that's interesting that it could be like a focal point as to why, you know, Brook is undead or him being undead could play a role in that and it not working on him. I don't know. I think that'd be pretty cool though. I don't know that we need all the extras with the hunting competition and all that. But if this dude was to find out Brook was alive, I do think he'd be high on the priority list to get Brook up out of there. And him using a poison would be in line with him just being a terrible person that he seems to be in the first place. So, I don't know. What else you got for that one, Larry? I think that's a dope one.
It'd be interesting if either one of his subordinates or himself had Magellan's Devil Fruit to cause that fog and smoke, like he did the chlorine thing against Luffy.
Yeah, I mean, that's some time ago, right? Like Magellan probably wasn't even born at that time when that happened. So,
yeah. And I mean, if you know, saying Brook doesn't have Conquerors is kind of crazy now, you know?
Oh my God.
He's already the Soul King. He's already the Soul King.
One day you'll get it, Larry. I'll do my Sanji Conquerors traits breakdown next week. You'll get it then. Hopefully.
Just saying.
Hopefully.
Anybody at this point, bro.
Hopefully. They gotta have the traits, brother. Gotta have the traits, you know? Easily identifiable from other Conquerors type traits. You feel me?
That we have already that we could go off of.
But no, I think that's dope.
And plus,
that'd be cool.
there could be like Haki knots, but like a more advanced,
God.
not advanced, but modernized version.
Mm-hmm.
No, because I genuinely think that the allies of the Straw Hats or whatever side's going to be fighting the world government, considering like they might make, I've said this like years ago, but like Usopp using an impact dial, but with like Luffy's Conqueror's Haki, like maybe something like that will be given to, like, I don't want to. I guess the Straw Hats are like notable characters in the alliance. Like maybe, like, you know, Jinbei would have one. I mean, I see Usopp have one for sure, but like the matchup between Brook and like Guro, I don't think it's just gonna be a 1-on-1. I think it's gonna be like maybe like a Pedro versus Tamago type of thing, where it's like not gonna be a main, like it's not gonna be the main fight, but there's like animosity between them, and then they're gonna have their own like special moment. But like Brook will, yeah.
My mind is also going into how Brook's Devil Fruit actually would function against these like undead, revived like people who are like technically, seemingly feeding off of the soul of another person or the abilities of another person. Like, how would his soul abilities interact with the Holy Knight truly? Like, I know he interacted with Gunko, but like, I don't think there was soul stuff involved in that. You know?
Or maybe it's I'm pretty sure. I don't think you've seen Naruto up to this point, but Larry probably has. Like when Orochimaru took out the white Zetsu and Sasuke, because he was able to like manipulate them with Orochimaru's cells. That maybe Brook could manipulate the small part in Emu that's in all the seals, the covenants. Obviously, it's not going to be a full representation of like Emu's strength, but it'll be like like a drop or something like that. Maybe Brook could manipulate him that way to kind of separate the host from the covenant, and maybe Chopper would be there too, since he could like get people out of Dami Reversing. I mean, it's like all headcanon, and we really don't know what's gonna like happen. But it's just like one of the ways I think could make sense without it being like too much plot armor.
Yeah, no, I can see it, man. I can see it. All right, Diamond. Have a good night, man. Appreciate the call.
Man, you guys too.
All right. Let's get 3D in here. You know, he be on BS. So be careful. 3D, you there?
Yo, what's up?
What's going on, man? I hope you got something real for me today, bro.
What do you mean real? Hold on. I got like a burn man scar theory.
Oh, you gonna piss Larry off, man.
Look at.
Oh, man.
No, I'm just joking. I'm just joking. I don't mess with that. Okay, so I got a couple of notes here. Just some thoughts I wrote down. I was wondering, like, y'all think Emu has a form like Luffy? Like, you know when Luffy gets all dried up and old after he uses Gear 5 too much?
Yeah.
Y'all think Emu has a form like that after using, the form he's in right now?
I hope not. Actually, my immediate reaction was I hope not. But low key,
but it makes sense.
It would be funny.
Could that just technically be what the shadow form is that we see, the silhouette?
Twilight, you twin. I was just about to say it. Yes, sir. Yo. All shriveled up. Go ahead.
And yeah, I also wanted to see like what's gonna happen with Gokko after she's released from the ice. Like, is Emu just gonna take over her mind again, or is she gonna fight like all the Straw Hats that are in the area?
I think that Brook's music will play a role in him breaking free from Emu's control in some way. Maybe in conjunction with Luffy as well.
So, but like if she breaks if Brook somehow breaks the covenant, like what's gonna happen to Gokko? Because like her power is going to be taken away. Like, is the same thing that Saturn? Is that going to happen
like
where
she
like
just instantly
Saturn
die?
Yeah. Because like how is she? She's pretty old. I'd imagine, or she would.
She should be, or would be. She'd at least be what would Brook say? 80s?
Yeah, 70s. I think I was about to say. I think he said she'd be in her.
She might not
77,
die.
87.
She'd instantly age.
Yeah,
to
she might instantly age to that. Could Bonnie and Vegapunk play a role in allowing her to live her life as a teenage years? No, I mean like even just back to the teenage years. I don't know, maybe.
Oh, you mean Bonnie like uses her devil fruit
in conjunction with like Vegapunk technology in some way? I don't know.
Maybe
I don't know. They're all on the island. You know what I mean?
I'd say the thing with that though is, would that work though with Bonnie? Because even though she could turn him back, wouldn't they still technically be that age? Or do we not really have confirmation on how Bonnie's devil fruit works in that aspect?
Well, she wouldn't technically be that age, but that's why I say like with some sort of Vegapunk addition.
Yeah.
Because like Bonnie temporarily turns you into whatever, and then you'll eventually turn back. But if Vegapunk can make that transformation permanent, I think we're going down a slippery slope, but Oda might be willing to go down that slope with characters that he likes just because. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, we're already technically getting that. Well, it's not confirmed other than what he said at the start, but I mean, Kuma's a good reference in that.
Mm.
Like, Kuma was already supposed to be long gone, but Vegapunk's supposedly.
I have a whole other question, 3D. I'm sorry I'm hijacking your thought process here.
Oh, no, yeah, go ahead, man.
Question. Speaking of Vegapunk technically died, right?
Yeah.
So does his devil fruit spawn somewhere?
Well, I don't think so because his brain is still alive, right?
But like
yes.
but he died, right?
That's the tough part because
You know what I'm saying? Like it's not the brain that houses the devil fruit. You know what I'm saying? Like it's.
But I think the
true.
thing is, he kept his brain alive, i.e., he himself didn't die because they're still a part of the living him, their original living him that's kept alive through their machinations, and that's kept with the other Vegapunks that went to the Sky Island, wasn't it?
I mean, sure.
I don't know.
You know what I'm saying? I don't know. We don't
I'll
have a
tell you
lot of
Mhm.
people who've circumvented death in this way.
Look, all I know is that all the
Facts.
other Vegapunk should have died. Like they should have just
Instantly. Right?
yeah,
Like
they should have died.
Like
That's
Dofy
another
gets
thought.
knocked out and his birdcage disappears, but Vegapunk dies and his other satellites are still out here doing the thing. That's BS. That's all I'm saying.
I agree.
Lilith.
Well, wasn't Stella himself technically a clone? But no, it's his body that's on Elbath right now. That's the clone. So Stella was the original body.
Mm.
I
Yeah.
think that he's still alive.
Unless by some way that we just haven't seen yet, Stella did do away when he detached his brain and set that up in its own thing. He did away with his original body, so the Stella that we knew was also just a homegrown body, basically.
This is gonna be way better than the Pell situation. The way Vegapunk will pull up.
Well,
Um,
I think
well,
well,
go ahead,
Vegapunk
go
did say that it was a lot of questioning of like what the soul means. And that was like a big thing for him when he was talking to Kuma. But when Vegapunk put his brain in that case and it just continued to grow larger and larger, when he cut his head off and replaced it with like that apple stem, he said it worked like Wi-Fi. So I would think that he was Wi-Fiing his consciousness from his brain into the body that was Stella. But it's also the reason why he was able to give all the other ones consciousness too, but like pieces of his consciousness. So I would say as long as the brain is alive, technically that means he's alive. Because if Vegapunk, who happened to already clone his body to his younger self that he sent to Ohara's destruction where he met Dragon, he says that still exists. You know? So if he comes back through that body, you're going to think that he just is back to life. But I don't think that's the consensus of it. I think he's just alive and he just threw his consciousness into this now.
So can I ask you another thing then, Larry? Because while I agree with your sentiment, on some level, Kuma's existence spits in the face of it. Because they shut his brain off completely. And his devil fruit still worked because his body still lived. You know what I mean? Like, he was still able to functionally use the paw fruit even without a functional brain. He still did that.
The soul is still there inside the.
But that's what I mean. Like, unless he's transferring his soul into the brain, which, sure, like, I don't know. But, like, we have an example of a person whose brain didn't work anymore. Their body still worked and the devil fruit still resided in that body and was functionable. And now we have this person who's, again, it is the brain fruit. So maybe it's more focal point because of the type of fruit that it is. But, like, I don't know. I'm like conflicted on that. I feel this is like I feel like Vegapunk is a loophole, and he shouldn't be. But maybe he should be because
Smartest
he's
man
the
alive.
smartest man alive. But I don't know.
Yeah,
I feel like we shouldn't have these types of loopholes, man.
Shoot. Y'all have time for a bit of nonsense?
Just one
No.
more, man. Just one more.
One more?
Hit me.
Okay. Well, I heard Orochimaru being brought up last call. I just want to say, like, I'm not supporting him in what he did, but I just want to, everybody hates Orochimaru for what he did to the village, and I know he killed like a lot of people and prison people, tested, experiment, but I think that Itachi and Minato, everybody's favorite characters, they killed a lot of people as well, And I'm just here to say, it's in the war, Minato and Itachi and Kakashi, a lot of people killed kids. They killed maybe some innocent people. We never know. We don't really know for sure. But yeah, I think there was a time when it's okay to kill kids because Orochimaru was gonna kill Yahiko, Nagato, and Konan. And if he did that, the series would be a lot different.
Who stopped him, though?
3D. I'm gonna let you go, bro.
Wait.
I'm gonna let you go, dog.
About to say,
I'm gonna let you. You have
Hold
a good
on,
night, man.
as borderline Griffin did nothing wrong.
Hopefully, you don't have any kids in your life, bro. You know what I'm saying? But
All right.
you have a good night, bro.
Orochimaru deserves better, man. Come on.
Nah.
No.
Yo, that's
Listen,
what we doing, bro.
Lock him up.
Orochimaru might deserve better, but
Yo, the Larry eyeball, bro.
that was crazy, bro. He says sometimes.
Nah.
What did he say exactly? Sometimes it's okay to kill kids.
Yeah, that was more bar for bar when he
Yes,
said
Yo.
that's crazy.
I hope we don't get any like strikes for that.
Yo, so to go back to the Vegapunk thing real quick, can we do that?
Yeah.
All right, so when Saturn requested that Vegapunk take out Kuma's mind, his order of direction was, don't leave him with any free will. Okay?
Okay.
So Vegapunk in his mind was like, well, that means I'm killing him because he doesn't have any free will anymore. Like, there's nothing for him to, like, he can't choose, he can't do anything. He's not of choice, basically. And then later on, as he's about to do it, he starts asking Kuma about his powers and how he could transfer memories with his powers. And he found it phenomenal. And then Vegapunk tells Kuma a different definition of death. He says when the body is dead, there's a certain amount of weight that releases from it right after the body passes. And it's 21 grams. And he considers that the soul. So, Vegapunk's whole body is not complete. I would say that his soul exists within the head. And also, he still contains free will because it wasn't taken away. For Kuma's thing, though, I would say the reason why he also didn't lose his devil fruit is because his body never truly died. He still had his soul intact. And I would suggest that some of his willpower wasn't completely erased either. It was just his free will, but not his will in total. That's why he was able to do Haki hardening against Saint Saturn.
No, it's interesting. Like I said, I don't know that it's a loophole or if it's just I'm not thinking of it correctly. Because like Kuma didn't technically die, right? Like you said, like he didn't. Did Vegapunk confirm that piece of him left him? Even? No, right?
No, not from what it says.
Like I don't think he ever. They showed him weighing differently or whatever. Like I don't think he ever got. We can get confirmation of that from Kuma. So.
No, but Vegapunk said he was able to observe the soul, which is honestly the most insane thing he could say in the series.
Yeah. I don't know. But we got a couple super chats to read before we move on. We got 2 from Wise Life. It says, "How would Garu do in the One Piece verse?" Hashtag he liked that. I'm assuming this is Garu from One Punch Man. So, Larry, I'll give you the floor.
There's nobody that competes.
Top 1, Emu clipped. It's easy work.
Didn't you read it?
I got pretty deep. The evolving is crazy. Where he's at right now, I'd say he's still beatable by One Piece characters that I've seen, but the evolution that he's getting to is kind of crazy.
Did you see him against Saitama?
No.
Oh.
Yeah. Well, the brief skirmishes that they've had, I haven't seen him actually fight Saitama for real yet. No.
Tell me what you think after he fights Saitama.
So I'm confident that he's gonna be top 1, but where I'm at, he can take some else. Although he probably just
right now?
It's in the lair. He was fighting like the Demon King. Yeah.
Oh, he's fighting a Demon King.
He's like out of that fighting Silver Fang and dude now. So I'm like that version of him, I'm like, I can see him still taking losses, but he keeps evolving so rapidly. I'm like, even probably in a fight with a One Piece character at the top, he'd probably evolve to defeat them in the fight. So maybe I'm already tripping.
Yeah, if we're gonna say that Garu,
I mean that's just the Garu I know. You know what I'm saying? I don't. That's not the Garu most people know.
I think the Demon King is like really good too, though.
Mm-hmm.
He's like really strong. I think Saitama just made him look extremely weak.
Yeah, no, what he was doing was crazy.
Yeah, I would think that the Demon King probably is like. I want to go like Admiral level. I'm gonna keep it a buck. I mean, you might disagree with me, but again, it's Saitama. Like,
yeah, I'm not looking at how Saitama dealt with you. Like, if you push Saitama, then that's a whole other thing. But like, I'm not looking at that.
yeah.
I'm just looking at the stuff that he was doing. Some of those beams, the dogs. I was just trying to compare the scale from what he was doing a little bit, because like that layer looked huge, but I'm like, yo, this is technically like a building.
Like, you remember Lord Boros?
Yeah, like Boros was crazy.
Okay.
Like to me, Boros is stronger than him.
Do you
like significantly?
Right.
Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, significantly. Yeah. Where do you got Lord Boros?
He would beat everybody in One Piece.
By like easy diff, no diff, mid diff.
Probably low diff, bro. No diff,
It's no
yeah,
diff.
so I'm saying he was in the moon, bro.
Yeah.
He was like, low diff. I'll go low out of respect. I'll go low out of respect for my guys. But yeah.
Yo, I know I keep bringing it up, but it's such an interesting topic. So you remember Marcus Mars when he walked into Vegapunk's Punk Records?
Mm-hmm.
You remember what he said?
You talking about when he was making the deal with Kuma?
Yeah. No. That's Saint Saturn. I'm talking about Marcus Mars.
Oh,
himself.
Mars. Oh,
Yeah.
Oh man. I remember him walking up and trying to destroy stuff. I don't remember what he said.
He sees like the casing
Yeah.
of Punk Records. He sees Vegapunk's head and he goes, "It lives on even after your death. Is this you, Vegapunk?" And then we get the big shot. And then he goes, "What is death exactly? Where do our ideas truly reside?" And this is coming from a person who's immortal. So, I mean, I just find it really interesting that even somebody like that is saying something like this, which makes me think like Vegapunk is still alive.
Maybe. I mean, he definitely still alive. You know what I'm saying? So maybe it's not a loophole. Maybe I'm overthinking the loophole part with his devil fruit.
I'm trying to think of like what's similar. I'm trying to think of like a movie. I think there's a movie with Johnny Depp. They upload his consciousness because he's gonna like pass away, and then he becomes like this AI robot that just like ends up trying to murk the world. But then it's not necessarily him anymore.
It's a Johnny Depp movie? I ain't never seen that.
Yeah, but he doesn't have any like will when he gets uploaded with his consciousness. It's a deep conversation. All right, I'm done.
No, you're good. All right. Next up, we got $5 from Wise Life again. It says, do you think the heaven realm is just where giants believe they go after death? Or will it hold something special for the One Piece? Hashtag, it's not looking good though.
Oh, Transcendence. Thank you, Chris. Yes, that's the movie called Transcendence. It's actually a good movie. Pretty scary a little bit.
Why do I feel like I have seen this movie? Low-key. I need to see. I'm like Googling it. I need to see the movie poster. I've seen this poster before. Yeah, Paul Bettany's in it. I feel like I've seen this movie, bro.
It's a good movie.
Yeah, Morgan Freeman. I've seen this movie, bro. I've seen this movie. I don't remember it, but I've seen it. Okay. Okay, Heaven Realm was the question. Do you believe that do you think the Heaven Realm is just where giants believe they go after they die, or will it hold something special for the One Piece? Hashtag, it's not looking good. In terms of it holding something special for the One Piece, I want to say no, because like we haven't had any Roger Elbaf interactions for real. But at the same time, do we need to have Roger Elbaf interactions for it to have something to do with the One Piece?
Like maybe it adds to the One Piece.
Because to me, that element already exists with the mural, you know? So it's like, is there a second thing up there that's doing that? What?
You want to know what it might be?
Oh, your set the two piece rocks. Your two piece. Your two piece theory. It's up there in the Heaven Realm.
It could be that. Who knows?
Hey man.
Could be. Or it could just be something left by Dozen. I think that would really work out well. You know, if Dozen had the devil fruit that Loki has, the Nidhogg, maybe he just like goes up to the Heaven Realm because he's probably the only one that can do it. And then there's like history from his point of view.
Maybe.
And also there might be some it depends on what you want to believe. There's a 3,000-year-old building on Elbaf. Clearly futuristic. Doesn't fit with the culture of Elbaf at all. It's made out of metal as well. I would assume, based on the cover story with Anel, that back in time, there was a person who had Vegapunk's devil fruit. Maybe since they were stationed here on Elbaf, maybe there's something in the Heaven Realm too to suggest like maybe Dozen's story is connected to that Vegapunk story. And they did something up top together.
I like the idea that, so in my mind, the Heaven Realm is supposed to represent Valhalla in Norse mythology. So will we actually even see dead people up there? You know what I mean? Like the warriors living in their like grand fashion up there.
No, I don't think that.
I don't know, man. I don't know. We could see Harold again. can see Harold and Dozen. If Dozen's even a giant, I assume out. Can see Elbaf up there. I doubt that though. That'd be going a little far. That'd be going a little too far. Okay. We did get another 10 from Christian Robles. I can't see the last name, but no super chat attached. Christian, thank you. Next time, let us know your thoughts, man. I don't know if this was to get you donated in for a call or it was to get more callers on, but thank you. Appreciate it. Another 5 from Gene Uchiha. It says, yo, love y'all. Hashtag Seb a narration whore. Question marks. LOL. Hashtag Larry has the best takes.
Nani?
Hey, man. Narration horror, bro. That me. That me. Another 2.
I don't think Sebastian's a narration.
You can say it, bro.
Like, you know what I'm saying? I just think that Sebastian reads the story and knows how it should go. And if something doesn't make sense, narration will make up for the answer later.
Fair.
Sure.
Fair and
Yeah.
accurate. Huh? Another 2. What's up, Reggie? Go ahead.
I was gonna say from I forgot who said it earlier before 3D, but people that go at Larry, bad takes, L takes. To me at this point, it's hilarious because the man, like, he puts in work. Like, he just don't take out these takes out of nowhere, bro. If he wrong, he'll admit it later, but most times it's coming from facts, details, and he put in that work. But that's all I gotta say. Appreciate it.
Thank you, man. Listen, it comes with the
course.
territory, bro. Comes with the territory.
Yo,
I treat things like math. That's the issue that everybody has with me. If I treat it like math and I don't leave anything up for theory, I get clowned on.
Hold on.
But that's just who I am.
Hold on now.
Or he's picking on Seb.
Hold on now. The what? I would agree. You do treat things like math, but you leave out your personal bias from the equation more often than you think you do. Okay?
That's not
It's true. It's true. It's true.
No, it's not.
It's true.
Brother, if you told me who would win in a fight between Ace and Marco, I would definitely tell you the truth, bro.
Mm-hmm.
If you were to tell me if Rox was to lose somebody like I really respect, I would tell you the truth, bro. The only person I'm never going to tell you the truth on is Anel.
That's fair.
Oh, man. Okay.
That's it, bro.
You gotta love it.
Okay. Another 2 from Manny Dinika. It says, get me on the call list at Monkey D Manny on Discord. Oh, appreciate that. We can probably get you in. I don't see you in the call waiting. But future reference, $2 ain't enough. Needs to be a $5 super chat. But we got a bunch of other super chats that will be able to cover you. So if we have time, I do have a hard stop at 8:30 because I got to pack for this trip and do a bunch of stuff to prep my crib. But yeah, join the call
Just
waiting.
know that if Anel wanted to, he could take out all of Elbaf, bro.
Jeez.
And there's an avenue for it. You don't even gotta be there.
Is Loki
I
chained
got a
up?
rebuttal.
Is Loki chained up?
Loki could be wherever you want, bro.
Mm.
You got it, bro.
Yep.
You got
Does
it.
well
You got it.
does lightning affect Loki? Because isn't Loki also like lightning aspect?
I don't think it matters, dog.
Nah.
I don't think it matters,
Bro.
dog.
Bro,
Adele-
bro can't be everywhere.
Ragnar gonna be straight.
He getting one shot,
Can't be
bro.
everywhere.
He getting one shot, bro. Don't let
Can't be
Loki.
everywhere,
Don't let
bro.
Loki land on him, man.
You know, I would say Loki gotta find him first.
Loki up here boxing with Emu, man.
Yeah, Emu's right in front of him though.
Listen, bro. Now could be where he want to be. He getting caught. He getting clapped. All right.
Try for that tree.
Another 2 from David E. Oaks. It says chapter 1134. See what Lilith says. All right, let's do some perusing, let's do some research. 1130. Bo?
Is this when she's talking to the crew?
They're already on Elbath. Lilith says, "Hey Saul, it's me. Who's you? How are you flying? I'm Vegapunk.
Oh, you gotta go to the next page, Seb.
Okay. A Vegapunk clone, yeah. A perfect recreation, not like we satellites. This was the me who came here 20 years ago. Don't you think the government would have been suspicious if the Stella had left his lab for months at a time? Anyway, I snuck him out in a vat of biofluid, but I don't have the facility to safely extract him. That's why I tend to settle down here and build a new laboratory. Okay, so essentially,
he's just Wi-Fiing his consciousness.
Yeah, like that. In that biofluid, they're gonna recreate Vegapunk. I forgot that this conversation even happened.
Same here.
Completely forgot. Thank you, Davey. Completely forgot this happened.
I just seen it.
I didn't forget. Oh, my bad.
Oh no, you're good. That's all I was saying.
Yeah, I didn't forget. I just didn't think it mattered.
It matters to the conversation about the devil fruit piece that we were talking. Like whether he's dead and his devil fruit can be respawned. Like he's not dead. He has a whole biofluid and consciousness in other places.
Yeah. I'm telling you, bro, this topic is very interesting. So does that make him like somewhat gay?
How do you mean?
Yeah, I was gonna say, where'd that come from?
Because like he has female bodies that his consciousness is in. So does that mean like if Lilith wants to get clapped, like that's him too?
No, I think it's separated. Like, the greed and everything else.
I would
I don't
say
think your gayness can be separated though, right?
I would say
I'm
Vegapunk
just reaching. I ain't gonna lie.
has evolved as a sexual being.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. I feel like he'd be asexual over everything.
I won't call him asexual. I just think he's at a point mentally where he's just like, sex is sex. Like it's not like he doesn't desire it in that way. Like it's like a.
But he has a satellite known for desire. You know what I'm saying?
Is that female?
Yeah, her name is who's the chick?
Is it Lilith? Lilith's not Desire.
No, not Lilith. The other chick that killed Stella.
No, not York. She's greed.
York is greed. It's not Desire.
Well,
I mean, I guess.
I'm trying to put it together. Right? Say it again.
York is probably getting clapped.
Oh gosh.
The question is,
hey, man.
Is she getting clapped by other Vegapunks? Or is it other random stuff on the island?
Would that count as masturbating?
It has to.
If it's another Vegapunk, yeah. Technically.
So if you run an orgy.
This is the Shadow Clone question over again.
Is this like
Shadow Clone?
Like what kind of like freak off are we talking about now?
You think Vegapunk having Diddy level freak offs?
I'm about to ask him to say his name.
With himself?
I mean, he has the ability.
That passes the limit of Diddy.
He could probably spawn a lot of oil, bro. Infinite oil.
You think he makes it vibrate too?
Oh god.
We have technology.
The real question is, do you think a regular woman could still satisfy Vegapunk after he's experienced what he's experienced?
No.
That's crazy.
Realistically, probably not.
That's crazy, bro.
Yo.
Toby, you oddly quiet, man. What's up? I don't even know if Toby's still
a
here.
virgin, bro. Still,
yeah,
right?
we don't know. To my understanding, he's not. To my understanding,
Shout
not.
out to you, Toby. I ain't know. When did you get that off, bro?
I don't think he's still here. Yo, Twilight, timestamp this for me, please, so I can go back and share it with Toby.
I got you.
Yeah. We got another
That boy's
two
too funny.
from Flurp McFlurp. I think that's what it says. $2. It says Sanji getting Conqueror's Haki is the exact same as Cat. Come on, laughing with lightning emoji. I don't even know which way you're going with that. Clowning the take, or are you saying this is the take? I think you believe that take. I don't even know. Right. Let's get Tyrone in here.
I'm trying to your wife.
All the fixins.
Tyrone, you there? I know you donated your way in, bro. Talk to me.
Yes, sir.
Welcome, man.
How you guys doing?
Chilling, man.
Good, man. Thank you.
Robin.
How you doing?
See Larry's face. All I see is Larry's face. All right, so I got a theory. My man's wrote this.
What's
It's
the-
about emu devil fruit.
Okay. You have a name for the theory?
Just emu's devil fruit theory. That's
Okay.
all I got.
I got you.
So what if part of its ability is to be a dark phoenix? Essentially, it could do what Marco does, but only for people with the covenant. What if Marco was to awaken his fruit, and then he would have similar abilities to Omen, but in a positive way? If Emu is one of the first 20 devil fruit users, I'm assuming that his fruit has the ability to act as a Logia, Zoan, and Paramecia all in one fruit. So all other devil fruits outside the first 20 are like a subcategory fruit that contains one ability. This kind of reminds me of the Greek and Roman mythology, how Mount Olympus and has 13 major gods with multiple abilities, but the gods that don't live there and are the kids of the 13 major gods share one or two abilities to their god parents, making them demigods. For example, Zeus, sky god, and Hercules. Zeus has multiple powers, but Hercules only has his strength. And Ares and Achilles, Ares, war god, has multiple powers, but Achilles only has his fighting abilities slash IQ. Then this makes me think about Blackbeard. I think if he is looking for a third devil fruit with the powers to combine, acts like one of the first 20 devil fruits. So far, he has the darkness fruit and the quake fruit that both relate to destruction. There must be another fruit that, if he gets it, will merge with his other two powers that will turn him into a reincarnated version of one of the first 20 devil fruits. That would also mean that Nika, sun god, and Nidhogg, war god fruit should be considered one of the first 20 devil fruits. And that's all he got.
Didn't expect Marco upscale.
It's actually Marco downscale because he wasn't able to awaken to start doing this on the positive side. You know what I mean?
Maybe something was holding him back mentally, bro.
The masochistic instability, you know, it gets us all.
His barber too.
His dad
Having too caring of a father.
Maybe.
Keep it in rap.
Okay, so in
What's that?
regards to the Dark Phoenix, I think in regard to the theory that was laid out by your friend Biggums, I think I would have to do a little bit more research on Mount Olympus and what happens there. I kept thinking about Kratos and the Phoenix that he ran into in God of War, where a dude kept getting eaten alive and then reviving every day, and then taking the Phoenix powers for himself. So is the theory that every one of the ancient kingdoms original 20 had like some god level devil fruit representing each of the nations? Is that what it is? Because you allured to like Mount Olympus and like a collection of of powers and people. Are you saying that the original 20 kings all had basically like god fruits? Is that what I'm understanding? Or am I
It could be that.
okay?
We talked about it more like on the phone and stuff, so I don't really remember the conversation too well. But yeah, I can't really rebuttal anything, I'll be honest with you.
No, it's dope though. Is your friend in the Discord?
I think he is. He watches every week. Mainly on Apple Podcasts though. He don't got time to be on the phone, but yeah, I ain't really have nothing to say, so I asked him if he had a theory. And yeah.
That's funny, man. That's funny. But are you new here or not? I haven't seen your name pop up before.
Yeah, I mean, I've been here for like 3 years. I just
dang.
don't be in the chat or nothing. I've always wanted to call in, but been scary. But
That's fine, man.
what you call that? I did want to say, Larry, I do appreciate your motivational speeches, man. Please don't stop them. They're amazing. You know, there are people going through it in the world, and you know, a simple push is all they need, man. And you know, yeah, I love it, man. Just keep it up.
Of course, man. Always.
Please stop the hate on Smoker, though. I'd appreciate it.
Smoker's so random. That's so random.
I rock with Smoker. I ain't gonna cap.
Love Smoker, man. But yeah, that's all I had to say. Appreciate y'all, boys. Love what you do. I watch every week.
All
You
right.
guys are amazing.
Tyrone,
Thank you, brother.
thank you.
Yes, sir.
And if you want to guarantee spot in these call-ins, man, become a tiered member on the Discord, bro.
Yes, sir. I'll hit up someone. Yeah, I'll figure it out.
All right, bet. Love to hear more from you.
Yes, sir.
All right. All right. Next up, let's get Miracle's been waiting a minute. Let's get Miracle in here. I know there's been enough super chats to get him in here. He's been here a while. Miracle, you there?
Yo,
What's going on, bro?
bro, I'm so confused on how the Discord works. It's been a minute.
Nah, you good. You good. Essentially, if you're a tiered member, you get access to the call only channel. If you're not, you don't. But we got a bunch of donations, and you were waiting for. I think you were the first person I saw waiting in the TOPT call stream or the entrance to the den, all that. So we figured you'd get you in here, man. What's up?
Yeah, that's my bad. Yo, so for Sanji getting like a pull towards Conqueror's Haki,
Mm-hmm.
terrible way how they did it.
You think so?
Terrible. Because like if all Sanji needed to do was start beating women to get
Oh my
his
god,
Conqueror's
that's
Haki,
not
like
bro.
No,
No,
lock
this is
in.
crazy.
No, he didn't lock in.
No, this is what I'm saying, because like
Okay,
all the
feel
other
me.
straw hats, they haven't discriminated, not like once. So for Sanji to get his conquerors, all he needed to do is just start hitting women, which is crazy because he loves them. You know what I mean? But when he was on Kumabaka Kingdom, he was still whooping people. You know what I mean? And he should have unlocked it right there. And if we're going on those type of like conditions of being a king, of just like acknowledging like your true self, Nami should have got it, Robin should have got it. I mean, Jinbei should have had it like years and years and years ago. But like I really just don't like how they're kind of putting that on for him. I wanted it to be in a better way.
Okay, I hope the hitting women thing was a joke, because that's not what was being examined here by Gaban. That is not what it was at all.
Well, he was saying he had like conflict in himself, and
Yeah.
like to be a king in his own right, and like the way the panel was set up, he was like, I have this confliction of just never hitting women, but I also never want to see a woman cry. And then he goes just for Killingham. Like I kind of see how he like twists it, but it's really just not how I thought he would have gotten that thing.
Miracle, I'll allow Oda the grace to explain this in more detail in the coming chapters, but that is not what Gaban was referring to. that the not hitting women is the indomitable will part of Sanji. That is the conqueror's element, right? That conqueror's trait. He has other traits, but that's not the confliction. That's not the inner turmoil, the masochistic instability. That's not what it is. It's not his whether he's willing to hit women or not. That's not what it is. I can
Like to be
confidently
in
say
service, to be in service of Luffy, just how Zoro is. You know what I mean? Like
that. It's not
he draws
that.
a line in where
It's
like
not.
Zoro has undying loyalty to Luffy, right?
It's not that, bro. Trust me.
As soon as Sanji sees women, he's like, "Nah, you got it. I'm gonna get
Oh my
somebody to
god.
whoop you though. I got
Oh
somebody.
my
Hold up!"
god.
And he runs and he calls Robin. You know what I mean? But like
Okay.
on a different toll though, for like him being a king, I was thinking he would get it more so towards the end where we see his conquerors, because I kind of thought that we might see the all blue.
Mhm.
So he would be like King All Blue. And I was thinking because all like the trios have like gold, silver, and like copper.
Mhm.
There was like aces and whatever. But I was thinking Luffy because he is the sun, right? He is pretty much like the heavens. I think Sanji would have been that middle ground for the all blue, like a Poseidon type deal. And then Zoro kind of named himself with like the King of Hell. And I thought that's how they were kind of going about it. But
I would say having the all blue in the name would be pretty cool for Sanji's kingly epithet. Be pretty dope.
or just like King Blue, or because he can't be all, but then it's kind of getting to like All Might and stuff like that. I don't know if I really like that. I don't think Sanji deserves it, to be honest. He doesn't touch it.
Okay.
But yeah, I just don't see how we get like Conqueror's Haki from Sanji right now, and I think it's kind of being pushed to a different level. I wanted to get Larry's opinion because I was seeing in the chat that he didn't really like it either. So I didn't know if maybe I probably wasn't like the punching women, but I had to get his thoughts on it.
Larry?
I don't think the punching women aspect matters, bro.
That's so wild.
Y'all didn't come to that conclusion at all?
No, bro. No.
He was like, "Yo, you gotta put your pride up and just do what you want." You know what I mean?
No, because he didn't even hit Zaza either. He would cat. And it's not in the messenger.
No, but Reggie, he's saying that that's part of the conflict. That's part of what he's saying the inner turmoil is. I don't think that's what it is, man.
Yeah, don't get me wrong. As a joke, I've said it before. There's the moments while gaming, like I don't see Sanji getting conquerors until his hands are ready to eat for everyone. But
oh my
it was a
god!
joke.
Thank you. That's kind of where I'm going.
It
with
was a
that.
joke. That was a joke a while ago.
Sanji more likely to use the death wink than he is to hit a woman, bro.
Not for real.
Yo, that's a fact.
He should use it.
Put it in the bag though, because that's a peak move. I ain't even gonna lie to you. It had damage, Larry, what are your thoughts on that, man?
I don't think he should hit women in order to get conquerors.
So what way would you want him to get conquerors? Like what does he need to do, or who does he need to become to get conquerors Haki, in your opinion?
I don't think he could do anything. And basically what I said yesterday was there's sort of like a myriad criteria that you have to fit within in order to have conquerors. And there's been many similarities amongst conquerors even when they're children, which later dictates what they're like when they're adults, but just like 10 times more potent. So I just don't think that Sanji had the qualities of those same people. And if he does, then he'd be the first of his kind, because there's almost nobody that we know of that was shown through childhood that has shown what Sanji has shown during his. And then even leading up into adulthood, even if we haven't seen those conquerors in their younger years, we just know that it matches the ones when they were younger in their younger years. So it's kind of like just a bunch of things. And I'm not trying to get into it again, but it's just like a myriad of criteria he has to check off, and I just don't think he checks those off. So I don't think he should be one.
Yeah, I get that. Some of them I think he's checked off, but not enough to get over that hump, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, listen, there's gonna be characters that check off some of the criteria, but that doesn't automatically mean that they will have conquerors. You know what I'm saying? Anybody could be strong-willed, anybody could fight back, anybody could do a lot of things, you know? Like in the Rev army, there's people that will fight back against the government no matter what. You know what I'm saying? There's people like Don Creek who will definitely want to take charge of the East Blue with his massive army. He's not going to have conquerors Haki. So it's kind of like you can't say somebody has one thing or three things and they're a conqueror. It has to almost check off all the other boxes in order to put them into that category. And if not, then I think that's where it becomes sticky, where now it's like, well, anybody that decides to just stick up for themselves and try to accomplish a goal, it should have conquerors Haki. And I just don't think that that's fair.
I get that. But when you say it like that, and you might not like this one either, but like that criteria is, I didn't think Ace was really a conqueror in his own right. You know what I mean? Well, probably not. But when you go by that, I don't think Ace Kid should have ever been blessed with the conqueror gene, you know, or
No, you can't say that either, because Ace had unwavering will. If his unwavering will was basically saying, right, and this was one of the big reasons, it doesn't matter who you are, I'm never going to allow you to hurt the person that's behind me. Straight up. It's the same thing that Roger had. So his unwavering will was already shown, plus the reckless behavior that he displayed, which almost every other conqueror displays. The ability to take charge. You know what I'm saying? When they did their when they did Luffy and Sabo and Ace's like whole little pirate game, they, you know what I'm saying? Like the first letter was ASL. You know? So
like
there was
he made it. Luffy and
then
them would have
later on
fought
in his
that,
life,
you know?
later on in his life, he becomes captain. You know what I'm saying? So it's like it's always like leadership roles and wanting to dominate and be a king to some degree. And then he stepped back because why? He also followed another conqueror, which is also on the checklist. You know what I'm saying? So there's just so many other things that other characters have shown that are conquerors. So I wouldn't say Ace shouldn't have been one. He definitely should have been one. He just wasn't strong. That was his issue.
Yeah, true.
Well, Miracle.
Kind of weak on the big scale.
Miracle, I gotta get to a couple more callers, man. But you have a good night.
All right, I'm gonna see y'all later. But hey, Seb, start watching Slime and shout out to my girl Shion. She the worst cook, but man, does it taste good.
Oh yeah, Shion is a baddie, bro. That's my favorite girl right now.
She on the one.
For sure. And definitely gotta watch Slime, Seb.
Maybe one day. It's
Yeah,
on,
I was gonna say,
is it on Crunchyroll?
Yeah,
it's on Crunchyroll.
Maybe I'll
and
download
the new season
it.
is gas. I'm telling you,
Maybe I'll download it for my flight back.
And hey, Larry, they got the movie out somewhere around there. But Gopta, upscale. Not with like fighting ability, but with the Huz. Shout out my boy Gopta.
All right.
Yo, Cops is
Miracle.
funny.
Have a good one, man.
See y'all.
W Miracle.
Mm. See, I kind of want to do my Sanji Conqueror's trait thing now, man. I kind of do, because it was the topic of conversation. I think it's relevant to what was just said.
It'd be a waste of time, bro.
I think it'd be a waste of time.
Oh,
It'd be a waste of time. I find it interesting the things that you highlighted specifically about Ace and his Conqueror's traits being an unwavering will, the ability to take charge, and following only another Conqueror. But you can't see those things in Sanji for whatever reason.
I mean, it's just not those two things, Seb. There's more than just that.
I have more. I'm just saying those were the three you used for Ace.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Was Sanji ever going to be a captain of anything? Or just a captain of the kitchen?
Do you need to be a captain to be a Conqueror?
You need to want to be a leader. Yeah.
Okay.
Almost every Conqueror is a born leader.
Was Sanji not a leader at Baratier?
The leader of the kitchen, brother?
It's still a leadership role.
The
Wasn't he the sous chef?
7x7
He's a sous chef.
kitchen he was in charge of?
It's
that he
I
was
do
the manager?
I do it my way.
Okay. I'm gonna do it now, man. I'm gonna do it now. I'm doing it now.
Already got the timestamp, so
I'm doing it now.
The only way you could give Sanji
Yes,
more
sir.
credit, and I'll just lay you up this one just because I feel like it's an easy lay. Because I'm not completely against it. I just don't see it. If Gaban can see something in Sanji the way he did,
You're cutting out. I can't hear you. Still can't hear you. Are y'all hearing Larry?
I was saying
Oh, now we can
There
hear.
we are. Yeah.
I was saying, I'll give you a layup. If Gaban can tell if Sanji's a Conqueror's Haki or not, because he's a Conqueror's Haki user, then that also might mean that Zeph is a Conqueror's Haki user.
Because he was able to tell it, yeah, with the choose spirit.
Yeah,
thing.
but that's an easy lay. So if you want to have that, you can have that.
All right. I'm just. This is small. It's not crazy. It's not the 15-minute stuff that I've been doing recently. This you could probably even chop up, Larry, into a 1 minute or 2 minute short, if anything. Not that you probably will, considering you be hating, but we'll see. All right. Sanji having Conqueror's Haki was a shock to some, and I truly can't understand why. On this week's episode, Larry diagnosed that Sanji didn't show the traits of a Conqueror. But when you look at the actual traits associated with kings in the story, Sanji has been showing them since the very beginning of the series. I'm going to break down the 5 kingly traits Sanji has shown throughout One Piece. First, leadership. Sanji is one of the Straw Hats who consistently takes command when Luffy and Zoro are not around. Whether it is leading parts of the crew during chaotic situations, making quick decisions under pressure, or stepping up as the emotional backbone of the group, Sanji naturally fills that leadership role. Even before joining the crew, he was essentially one of the leaders at Baratier, protecting the restaurant, guiding the cooks, and standing as Zeph's strongest successor. Second, ambition. Sanji's dream is not small. He wants to find the All Blue, a legendary ocean that most people do not even believe exists. That is a Conqueror level dream because it requires absolute faith in something the world treats like a myth. Just like Luffy believes in the One Piece and Zoro believes he can become the world's strongest swordsman. Sanji believes in an impossible ocean and that he will find it one day. Third, indomitable will. Sanji's code is unbreakable. He will not use his hands to fight because his hands are sacred tools for cooking. He will not harm a woman, even if refusing puts his own life at risk. And he will feed anyone who is hungry, even an enemy. Those are not just personality quirks. Those are immovable convictions. The world can punish him for those beliefs, but it cannot make him abandon them. That is kingly will. Fourth, who Sanji chooses to follow. This is important because most conquerors do not submit to just anyone. When they do follow someone, it is usually another conqueror whose will they truly respect. Sanji would not bend the knee to a weak captain, a false king, or someone unworthy of his loyalty. The only person Sanji would ever truly follow is Luffy. Sanji is not following Luffy because he lacks kingly qualities of his own. He follows Luffy because Luffy's will is the one will Sanji believes is worth betting everything on. That mirrors how powerful conquerors can still choose to stand behind another king when they believe that person's dream. And fifth, the ability to turn enemies into allies. This is one of Sanji's most underrated traits. Gin was moved by Sanji's kindness. Duval went from enemy to ally. Mr. Two's connection with Sanji helped set the foundation for one of the most important friendships in the series. Kinemon, the G5 Marines, Viola, Pudding, and even members of Germa were all changed by Sanji in some way. Sanji does not conquer people by dominating them. He conquers them by forcing them to recognize his heart. That is what makes Sanji's version of Conqueror's Haki unique. It's not about ruling others. It's about having a spirit so firm, so compassionate, and so impossible to bend that even enemies are pulled towards him. Sanji has the leadership. He has the ambition. He has the unbreakable code. He has the judgment to follow only a true king. And he has the ability to change the hearts of people who should have been his enemies. Those are his Conqueror's Haki traits. Now,
Right.
I saw you gyrating over there, acting like what I said all wasn't facts, but it was.
You're talking about the most minuscule of things in order to make him a conqueror without actually seeing the similarities of the other conquerors and how they operate.
You're trying to tell me. Okay, go ahead.
First point.
Okay.
Your first point was the leadership aspect.
Okay.
Brother, if Sanji's not there and Luffy and Zoro's not there, then it's just gonna fall to whoever's next, probably Nami, and they will just do the same thing that Sanji does. Also, being in the kitchen,
Do you have
and being
examples
the
of that?
leader of your shift doesn't mean that like you have leadership qualities to the extent of a conqueror. It just means that you can lead.
Do you have examples of that from the other crewmates? Because I don't. That's my point. Like you're acting as if this exists. It doesn't exist.
All right, Nami, most of the time, pre-time skip, it was dependent on Zoro or Nami in order to shift the crew in the right direction.
To get where they needed to to get where they needed to go.
Right? Sanji was usually one that was just cooking and wasn't adding much.
Bro, Larry, you're saying these are minimal actions. Was Nami the one who told Usopp to do what you can do and others will do what they can do? Was that Nami?
Listen to me. When you look
I'm
at,
talking
when you look
about
at other
leadership, Larry. You're talking about directing the ship to a spot. I'm talking about actual leadership, actual fundamentally leading other people.
Yeah, those people usually have captaincy. Those people usually are leaders of their organization. Those people are actually the headmen of what they're trying to do. If not, they're recklessly going through life and doing whatever they want as they please.
But we have examples of people that aren't leading as captains that are conquerors. We have Gaban, Rayleigh, Katakuri, Zoro.
Again,
we have these people.
So Gaban and Rayleigh, we still don't know anything about them specifically. We don't have their life story. We don't have anything, right? We just know that they have the Conqueror's Haki and they fit a couple categories that other Conqueror's Haki users have. Okay? Then we have Zoro, who clearly was on his own and leading the way he wanted to live his life without anybody telling him anything different, no matter who said it. And also, as a kid, which we saw, he was able to push Kuina to her limits. And also, when he was losing, he always thought, I'm going to beat you eventually one day. That's the kind of ambition and unwavering will we're talking about. When it comes to leadership, Zoro has, even when Usopp was going and doing whatever he did, he was the person to step up and tell Luffy that you're not supposed to do this. And if you do, I'm leaving the crew. Sanji was sitting in the corner on a table, then agrees with what Zoro said.
Can I add one point real quick?
Go ahead.
Most parts you were saying is facts, but also just to help Sanji out for one point, when Luffy was about to say, then get out of here to Usopp, Sanji kicked him in the face and asked him what you about to say. But that's the only point. But everything else you were saying is facts.
Well, that's because Sanji left Zeph for him. That wasn't because of any type of leadership or conquerors. It was, yo, I sacrificed being with Zeph. He made me believe in you. I told you my dream. Therefore, you better not say that, because then that means what you did for me doesn't matter.
Why is that not the same? That's the same with Zoro, though. Zoro's saying, what Zoro is saying is, yo, I am on this ship to find my dream. You not living up to my expectations of you or acting in a way that's disrespectful to my sacrifice here, I'm not tolerating that. That's the same. It's the same. It's fruit from the same tree, is my point. You glorify it with Zoro because you like that version of it, but it's the same. It's fruit from the same tree.
No, it's not.
What?
It's definitely not.
Okay, you were going down. You were going on the list. You were going on the list.
Right. And then when you want to talk about his dream aspect, every conqueror's on the list of conquerors that has a dream, they all pursue their dreams heavily. The only time that they'll put their dream on backseat is for somebody that they're supporting that's also a conqueror. Now, you can mix it around and say that Sanji himself is doing that with Luffy. Okay, that's true. But you know what's missing? Is the fact that even when those people who have subsided their dreams for the person that they're following, who's also a conqueror, they are still actively pursuing their dream. They state it every so often. Okay? Zoro just doesn't randomly go, I'm going to just stop trying to be the strongest swordsman in the world. You know, Don Chinjiao never stopped looking for like whatever he needed to look for. Like Ace still wanted to make his father the Pirate King. Like that was his dream at a certain point. Sanji never mentions the All Blue. Ever.
So
we never see him trying to fight for the All Blue. Ever. Like not once.
He's actively every arc that he's going further into the new world is actively getting closer to potentially finding the All Blue. Yes or no? Does he have to verbalize it every second?
How do we know that?
No,
does he search? Does he ask
I'm
around?
saying
does
it's
he fight for
no.
it?
I'm
Is
saying
he
it's
fighting
just
against anybody else for it?
it's just a natural fact of the situation. Every arc, every island they go further into the Grand Line, he's getting closer to potentially finding the All Blue. It's just true, whether Sanji verbalizes it or not. It's just true.
When does he actively search for it? Show me a panel when he's actually searching for it, or he's actively going after it. Because right now, all you're saying is he's on the ship, hoping that he runs into the All Blue at some point.
So Larry,
that's him actively pursuing it.
So Larry, can I ask you this? These other conquerors that you're alluding to, Zoro and Luffy, we see them all the time. They talk about their dreams all the time. They verbalize it. Although even Zoro, I would say, doesn't verbalize it all that much. Ace was actively verbalizing his dream all the time. His actual dream of figuring out whether he deserved to live or not. He was verbalizing that all the time. No, Whitebeard was verbalizing his need for children. These things were outwardly just stated.
No, listen, he's actively adopting people into the crew. And he's actively chasing his dream by building the people that he built within the crew. And Ace, right, tried to figure out what his life was worth and to figure out his daddy issues. He figured out what his life was worth when he met Whitebeard. And once he met Whitebeard, his dream changed. It became trying to make Whitebeard the Pirate King. He was actively doing that. Even him chasing after Blackbeard for the things that Blackbeard did to Thatch and to discredit Whitebeard's reputation about his number one rule or his second rule that none of his sons are allowed to kill each other. He made sure to put that in place, because if he didn't, then Whitebeard wouldn't be looked as the Pirate King, because now there's a stain on his resume.
All right, mom's calling me. All right. How about? Oh my mom. All right, you were going through the list. Continue.
What was the fourth thing you said?
We were on the third thing, I think. Oh my! All right.
Yeah.
Ma, I'm streaming. Ma, I can't talk. What's up? I'll call you when I finish up, Ma. I'm sorry.
That's crazy. Mom just called me a few minutes ago too.
I apologize, yo. I apologize. The back to back to back.
Good.
The third one was the Indomitable Will.
The Indomitable Will?
Yeah. Also, for whatever reason, you sound sped up to me.
Do I?
Yeah, I was about to say the same thing. It sounds like he's talking in 2 times speed.
I have to keep looking. I'm like, huh?
But it's not like so fast that I can't. Whatever. But go on. Indomitable Will. Oh, he left. Probably be back.
But, yeah. It's like every.
How about now? Better?
Better. Yeah.
I'm an alien, bro.
The Indomitable Will. Hit me.
The Indomitable Will part, it's the fact that like he doesn't fit the category because if he's pushed into unfavorable odds, he just doesn't push through it. That's what comes also with unwavering will, is just crazy selfish recklessness and not caring for others during it either. Like we've seen this many times with like Kid, we've seen it with Big Mom, we've seen it with Yamato, Zoro, Kaido, you know, even to a point with like Shanks and Boa Hancock. Like they just do things that if you're going against them in any way, they don't really care much about the other people unless it's within the crew. And even then, like they're still gonna push through you. They just have trust that you're gonna get out the way. Sanji doesn't really do that. He barely ever does that. He succumbs to pressure. You know what I'm saying? Like he does that, especially with the Big Mom situation. He succumbed to pressure, and I get you. You always say like, yo, he didn't feel he was worthy enough to be saved and yada yada yada. But again, we disagree on that part because he went through what he went through with Robin at NS Lobby. And it's like, you know who Luffy is. That's just going to happen. But even then, it's like with Luffy at Whole Cake Island. Even when Sanji told him no and beat the hell out of him, Luffy made a commitment to saying, I'm never going to eat again. And I'm going to stay here until you come back. And what did he do? He stayed there until they came back, regardless of what was going to happen with the rest of the crew. Anything that a person wants as a conqueror, they're going to pursue no matter what. That's unwavering will to its T. You see it in some stupid forms, you see it in some smart forms, but either way, that's what happens. Sanji doesn't give that, bro.
I don't get how you can say he doesn't give that. There's no person in the series that can make Sanji hit a woman. There's no conqueror. There's no. But Larry, you just highlighted. So you
can't have a standard.
Larry, listen to what you're saying. You just said this spirit, this indomitable will, can manifest in stupid ways, dope ways, strong ways, etc. This is the way it manifests in Sanji. He will not hit a woman, no matter what. He will not. But that's his indomitable will, though, Larry. You're not listening to that.
That's not a will. That's just a standard.
Larry, why is it not a will? Why is it not a will? There's no person in the
standard.
No, Larry, it's not. Larry, this is his indomitable will. I will not hit a woman, period. I will not allow people to starve in front of me, period. I will not use my hands to fight, period. There's no person, entity, being, anything that can make him go against his code. He would rather die, the same way Zoro would rather die than not go after his dream. Sanji would rather die than hit a woman. He would rather die than use his hands to fight. He would rather die than allow food to be wasted / allow somebody to starve. That is his indomitable will manifested. So I don't get how you can not see that for him.
Because when it comes to unwavering will as a conqueror, that means you're going to assert your will over others.
Mm-hmm.
Sanji asserting his will over himself doesn't mean he's a conqueror. If anything, it just means he's conquering himself, which is the whole character of his being. He's always battling his inside. That doesn't mean, like, just because you have a standard for doing things, that doesn't mean necessarily that that makes you a conqueror.
Does going back and forth with Zoro has any points for him? They constantly go back and forth,
Wait, what?
roasting.
Nah.
Zoro and Sanji. Nah. All right, yeah, I ain't got nothing.
No, that could just be two people that don't like each other. That's like Buggy and Shanks.
Oh, yes, sir. Go ahead.
All right. Well, if we disagree on the Indomitable Will, the next one was who Sanji choose to follow. I think that's the one we do agree on.
Listen, bro, you can help out a couple people and they think nicely of you after. That's fine and dandy. But when you have actually somebody that goes, yo, I see you and I'm going to follow you into battle, that's what makes it super different. Super, super different. Okay? That usually doesn't happen with Sanji. You can name a couple girls, bro. Cool. You could befriend Jin because of your standard of feeding people. Cool.
Hold on.
These
now.
are just favors.
No,
that you're
no,
giving
they're not.
people.
They're not
And you're protecting
favors.
people.
They're not favors. Jin,
Favors.
Germa, who else I'd list here, man? Pudding, Viola, they all put their lives on the line over the people they respected most in the world because of Sanji changing their perspective. Or people they feared most in the world. Viola?
Yeah, he's a nice guy.
No, Larry, you can't.
He's a nice guy.
What did Ivankov say about Dragon? What was said about Luffy? You get what I'm saying? This ability is one of the rarest in the world. It changes the people that are around you from enemies to allies, to turn people to your cause. These people didn't just go, oh, Sanji did me a favor, so I'm holding it down. Jin had no reason to protect Sanji other than what Sanji had done for him.
Right.
No,
that was the point of Jin,
but
literally
Larry,
protecting
I'm talking about
whatever he
the
did.
stakes that he was in. Krieg said, yo, I'll kill you if you don't do this. He said, I can't do it. I can't bring myself to do this. I've been your right-hand man for years, and I can't go at him. I can't bring myself to kill this man because of what he did for me. That is Sanji changing Jin's perspective. He did the same thing with Viola. It was a goofy for a gag, whatever, but she went, yo, I respect and care more about this person and his truth than I care about the fear that I have for Doflamingo. With Pudding, she put Sanji over her fear for Big Mom, a whole Yonko.
You know why she did that?
Why?
Because he complimented her third eye, and nobody's ever done that.
But this is Sanji. Oh my! I'm not explaining this to you, bro.
Oh man! All you have to do is compliment somebody.
Larry, again, the point is he is the epitome of compassion, right? So when he sees Pudding in her third eye, he genuinely, authentically sees her for who she truly is. A sad girl who's scared of the situation she's in. That's what he sees. He doesn't see this monster that she's been ridiculed as her entire life. He's conquering her heart in this moment. It's played up for a joke. But in the moment, that's what's happening. She's having this realization. I can't bring myself to do anything to this man because he's seeing me in a way that I've never been seen before from anybody. My entire life. I've lived however long Pudding was, 16, I don't know how many years she was. This was the first time in her life anyone's ever treated her in this way. Like, I'm sorry, you can't have this many examples of somebody turning enemies into allies and brush it off like, oh, they're just doing him a favor.
Yeah.
I laid out 8 different examples. You're saying, oh, every single one of those instances is an instance. It's a coincidence that it happened. Everyone?
No, I just don't think that, if you do somebody a favor or you do something very kind or somebody gravitates you because of your character overall, people are going to like you and then people are going to hate you. And you're going to do something that you might favor to somebody else while not favoring to the other person. that happens in everyday life. Like that happens in One Piece to almost everybody in the show. What we're talking about is people that actually will follow you into battle and risk their lives for you based on you barely doing anything except being yourself. You don't even have to have direct correlation with the person because they view you in such a light. That happened with Luffy during the war with Marineford. People that didn't even know him overall wanted to follow him because of what he was inspiring within them. They never had contact with them. You get what I'm saying? So it just because you do something like, you know, once in a while and you have a couple people that like, cool. Like, listen, if you want to put that on a checklist, put it. It's fine. I just don't agree with the standing of it.
And the last one was him only being willing to follow Luffy. That was the last one.
Yeah, I get that to him.
Okay.
He's following the Conqueror. Conquerors follow other Conquerors. No pushback there.
Yeah. Well, those are the traits that I see and that apparently Oda sees. But we had a couple super chats. I'll read those, and then I got to do rapid fire because I got to get out of here by like 8:30. So we'll get to the rest of the callers in the den, but that'll be it. We got two from Wise Life. It says Harold versus Roger. Who y'all got and what diff? Big Roger, dog. I'm gonna go extreme diff though. I'm gonna go high diff. Go high diff. Larry?
What was it?
Harold versus Roger.
Oh.
And what diff?
I think it'd be high diff.
You have Roger though.
Yeah.
Okay. We got another 25 months from Nakama status from Misery Avenue. It says Nakama, what's going on, man? Welcome. Dang, that's 2 whole years in a month. Man, crazy. Another 5 from Josie. It says, Larry, don't disrespect professions. Gordon Ramsay is a leader. Also, Sanji being willing to die / not backing down to protect Zeph's dream is kingly ambition. I would agree that it is.
Gordon Ramsay also owns like 20 restaurants.
Sanji, what, 21 years old, man? 2022? There's some time, man. He might own some restaurants one day. Another 5 from Jada Rue. Larry, I think the problem is that Sanji doesn't have an opponent he could beat up outside of who the Straw Hats fight to find the All Blue.
I was saying earlier, ain't nobody erasing or fighting to go to All Blue.
Yeah. To me, it's more about the believing in the dream that most people would tell you doesn't exist. At least most people in the world will tell you doesn't exist than it is about the All Blue itself. But that's me. All right, another 2 from Water D Crawl, but no super chat attached. Next time, let us know your thoughts, Water. Another 5 from Josie. It says, some of y'all in the chat would whack a chick like a whack-a-mole. Surprise on Larry, because you give me the vibes you would never hit a girl or respect anyone who would. I don't think those two are synonymous. Like, not thinking Sanji's a conqueror and not being down for people hitting women is not. That's not the same. That's not the same thing. Yo, what's up with people today, man? Josie, that's not the same. Unless I read what you said wrong.
Nah, you read it right.
That's not the same thing.
Like, I don't even know how to respond to that.
Maybe it was in reference to the Mario thing from earlier. I don't know, man. Another 16 months at Yako status from Fatty G's. It says, you boys have no idea just how much listening to you guys and the twins have kept me locked in, being able to tune into the call-ins and the Monday pod along with the DDTs and Larry streams. Appreciate you. Thank you, Fatty G's. And you also sent another 200 jewels. For those of y'all that are sending jewels, I know I don't get to call them out often because I don't really see them. There's no way to track them. But thank you for all the jewels that are sent. We really do appreciate it, everybody. But yeah, I'm glad we're able to help in any way, Fatty. 18 months, 60 months, Yonko status is our highest tier membership on YouTube. Thank you, man. And then we got another 21 months at Yonko status from John D. Water. It says, Larry, I respect your Sanji conk take, but I feel you saying a person can't grow past who they once was or what's holding them back.
I wouldn't say that. I definitely do think that somebody can grow past who they once were. I just think that when we were told that you kind of have to be born a Conqueror's Haki user, from that point forward, it was you're born with this mentality, your environment doesn't shape you, therefore you shape your environment. And every step forward past that is going to be your way and nobody else's. I think that's the problem I'm having right now with Sanji having Conquerors.
Another 2 from Jada Root. It says, what if Sanji starts showing more leadership?
It wouldn't matter. It's kind of just like how Rudin is the captain of his own ship. There's leadership there.
Okay. Another 10 from Water D. Crawl. It says, double super chat, but y'all deserve it. Been listening since before someone super chatted BBC and been ducking my Larry tax. Oh, wow. Just gonna say this. Love conquers all. I've been waiting for this. Hashtag BBC. That's crazy, man. I'm trying to remember when that super chat hit the BBC, the Best Book Club one. That was like a year or 2 ago, 2 years ago.
No, that's a while ago.
It's longer than
Yeah, I
that.
was gonna say that was like 2-3 years ago.
Okay. All right, I gotta rapid fire these calls. So I think Sanji or Polarize was next. I know Youngbull Trent was in and out. So I don't know. I'll get Trent in here first. Trent, you there?
Yo.
All right.
Yeah, I'm here.
It's rapid fire time because I gotta cut out by 8:30 and I got like 4 more calls. So talk to me, man. Hit me.
Well, I guess I'll just go back to the stuff that you said because I've been watching some of the old videos, and I watched y'all's Doffy video the kid video. This is why I put this in there. I would like to understand what makes you think Kid could beat Doffy.
His hacks.
His hacks, huh?
He's pretty durable.
Hacks are better than.
He's pretty durable in general. It takes a lot to put Kid down. I've seen him survive Yonko attacks. Granted, a lot of people will argue that those Yonko attacks weren't infused with the highest tiers of Haki, but Doflamingo doesn't technically have access to those highest tiers of Haki either. So,
he still does utilize his Conquerors. May not be like it's not, but like, but it's what's it called? I mean, he still utilizes it. That's something he utilizes. And you think, and I mean, we haven't seen him. Like, I mean, Larry's been saying it. Like, we haven't seen him get hit by anything where someone utilizes it. So, I mean, just saying, if he can't, like, I don't know where we're seeing Kid win this matchup here.
Again, to me, it's the hacks, bro. A sign could work on Doflamingo. He'd have to land it. Doflamingo can fight at range. I do think Doffy would be a difficult matchup for Kid. I wonder how effective Parasite would be on Kid. To think about that.
Think he could just parasite him and be done with it?
I don't, but a lot of people do or seem to think that. I don't think Kid can break through the birdcage, and Doflamingo's yet to show that he can operate outside of it. If he could prove that to me, I'd have Doffy winning. And I've argued that he can do that. So in a DDT space, I might even argue that. But this ain't a DDT. But yeah, I think that his hacks is superior to Doflamingo's hacks, and they're both not like the top tier Haki users. So it does come down to Doffy hacks to me.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm just saying that's a little bit of a high take saying that he was in that gauntlet. He was going to beat all those people and stop at me on, which I get it. I mean, he wasn't going to be him, but like, come on now.
Hey,
like, Doffy's a dope. Like, I get it. I get you like kid, but like, come on, let's get real here.
Don't let him take Yoru away, man.
He's not. Yeah,
that's metal, right?
Man.
It's made of metal. No,
he gonna be able to do that for him?
Wait, Seb's a kid fan?
I wouldn't even call myself a kid. Yeah, I would. Yeah, I would. Yeah, I would.
Yeah, you
That's
would.
one every day.
Yeah, you would.
Yeah, I would.
Yes, you would.
Yeah.
Yes, you would. So
Listen, you know what it is? It's one of those fandoms I've adopted because he gets hated on too much, in my opinion. So
I understand. The memes go OD.
He needed a champion. Ayo wasn't doing his job.
Just hit him up and tell him wash the makeup and learn how to listen. You know what I'm saying?
All right, Trent. I do got to drop you because I have to get through all these calls and I got to dip at 8:30. So,
all right.
Yeah, my bad, bro.
No, it's all good.
All right, let's get Polarize in here. Polarize, you there?
Hello.
What's going on, man? Rapid fire. I got to drop in like 8 minutes. So you got like 3, if that.
I'll make it quick. I don't like Sanji getting Conquerors. I understand why he got it. And I honestly like it's not badly written to me. It's just I disagree with it. I much rather wanted him to get a Devil Fruit. I think it would have fit so much more thematically for Sanji to get some kind of power up through the Devil Fruit, especially with like the theme he's got going. I think it would have been really cool. Him just getting Conquerors sort of just feels like, well, he's gonna have to box at the top tiers now, and in order to do that, you kind of need Conquerors. So I think it's some of that, but I would have much rather had him get something like some kind of like the inertia fruit, or the momentum fruit, or just something to do with his speed and his his kit that he already has. I feel like the Conquerors is sort of just it's gonna add power, but is his fighting style gonna really change too much other than maybe getting like advanced Conquerors and getting the separation and that stuff? I don't know. It doesn't make the fighting more interesting to me, and that's always been Sanji's draw to me, is how interesting his fights are and like how cool the choreography is. I don't know if Conquerors adds to that. I know a Devil Fruit adds to that. So I would have much rather had him get a Devil Fruit instead, and I feel like that would have worked a little bit more thematically, at least in my opinion. A second part here that's completely a side tangent. Oda has delayed far too long for me to believe any power-up Usopp is going to be getting in the near future, which I know he will be getting. I know that's the narrative. To me, it just doesn't sit right. We're at a point in the story where Larry was saying it before, like people took years and years and years to get to the point that they're at. And the places that these people need to be, they need hard buffs. Like very, very fast, very sharp inclines of power. I'm not with that, honestly. I would have much rather seen that happen over time. And we haven't seen much over time since pretty much Dressrosa. So that's a little bit too much for me. And a last note, I'm not going to get deep into it at all. I don't know how Larry thinks Katakuri ever counters the Yami. That is insanity to me. I would love to get in a discussion about it, but we don't got the time. But I'm going to just leave it at that. Sanji with the Devil Fruit. I don't believe Usopp in a power-up. And then, yeah, a little side tangent there on the Blackbeard versus Katakuri.
All right, Polarize. Appreciate it. I'll try to get you in here earlier next time, man. How about?
All good.
All right. Appreciate that. All right, next, Sanji. I wonder what he wants to talk about. Sanji, you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
All right, rapid fire. I got like 5 minutes. Not even. You got 2.
Alrighty. So I guess to some degree, I'm gonna just bounce off of the last point that was made. I'm not a big. Obviously, I like Sanji. That's very apparent. Um, Obviously, the new chapters got me a little excited for him. As a realistic Sanji fan, I do want it to be written out a little more. I don't like the idea that it's a sudden thing for him. I do think it's fitting that there's a bit of character development, at least internally for him. Like it didn't make a whole ton of sense that he would have been just perfectly clear out of like any trauma that he had from like during Wano, that he kind of broke a little bit through for Ifrit. Um, I would like him to push past that even more. Y'all kind of pushed points at that earlier with the statement that Gaban made, that he, the idea that Gaban is pushing kind of could lead him to fall back into the same mental state that he was in. Obviously, I would want him to break out of that. It would strengthen really all of the lowering quirks that he has as a character. He does tend to kind of back out of stuff, although he is very intelligent and can fight kind of pretty quick on his feet. There have been a lot of times, especially in modern arcs, even past Wano, where there have been moments where he should have stepped up and he hesitated. Other people had to step in front of him. I hope that this is the moment that he's going to finally break out of that mold and can kind of finally be the solid, at least third pedestal of the monster trio. I've never thought of them being any different, but solidify the idea in most people's minds that that's where he should be. And just the last little piece on that last bit from the guy who's in here a second ago, I think Haki is a way better fit for him than a Devil Fruit, strictly because of how he treated the Germa, the black suit that he had in Wano. He directly threw it away and said he didn't want anything to do with it. I feel like a Devil Fruit would be somewhat closely similar to that, at least to him, as to how he would treat, an outside power that he could take in for himself. I think he'd rather it be a Haki-based thing that he grow for himself rather than just a power he inherits. Like I said, I think it'd fly a little too close to the Germa gene, at least for right now, for it to stick. But that's all I got. I know you got to go, so
appreciate the take, man. I agree.
Yeah.
I agree with a lot.
Alrighty.
Sanji, have a good one.
Have a good
one. All right, Mario, are you there? I know it's early for Mario. I don't know if he's here for real.
Hello.
Hey, all right, Mario, rapid fire, bro. You got like 1 minute. Came late.
What? Yeah. Yesterday Larry made some good points about Sanji, like not fitting, but to be a conqueror. Like I know, based off like the premise of the story, he should have it. But I mean, Larry made some good points, but I feel like he's kind of wrong in some ways. Like yesterday, like what I said in the super chat, like Sanji is made to be different from his siblings. So like how to say this? Oda made the portrayal that he is like he should be a bit different. Like most of his siblings have like a strong strength, or like overall it's like they are like Luffy in a way. You get what I'm saying? Like when they're kids, like they would do stuff like they want, not they want to, but like they can do stuff like that. How does this? Like I don't know how to say this, but like they can just do more things that what Sanji is limited to because of how he was born in a way to make that to be different. Because like his mom doesn't want his son to be like a killing machine or like a soulless robot that Judge only wants to fight. Like he wants a human. And I feel like Sanji is like the representation of that will of like the will to live. Like he never really gave up anyway because he still tried his best. Like even like during training, like he still endured like the beating of his siblings and the like everything until Reiju like freed him from like captivity. And he still like went out of his way, found Zeph, and like stayed with. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, for sure. Mario, I gotta drop you because I gotta get out of here. But
Yeah.
next
Yeah.
time, man, you have a good day. I know it's early for you where you at, bro.
Very alert.
And the last caller, OG-Fuego. Fuego, you got like 1 minute, man. Rapid fire. Hit me. Fuego, you there?
He just on the cam, but he muted.
Last caller, OG-Fuego. Fuego, you got like 1 minute, man. Rapid fire. Hit me.
I can't hear you. You can hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you, man. Talk to me.
I can't hear you. Can you hear me?
Yes.
You hear me?
Yes,
I
sir.
can't hear y'all
Go anyway.
at all.
Oh, man. Fuego, you killing me, bro.
I don't know why I can't hear y'all. Talk, Larry?
Larry, you're muted.
Yeah, it ain't saying
Yo,
nothing.
yo.
Your shit lighting up, but it ain't saying my bad.
Yeah.
But I was just coming in. I just wanted to say what's up to the boys, man. Show love to the boys. How y'all doing, man?
We good, bro. We
Nothing but love.
we
love.
good.
Hey, quick. I know you got to go. Hey, Larry, I'm glad you called this dude out about that. Ain't no way you sitting here telling me that Gen X is better than Iceman. I seen this man sing 4 or 5 songs off of Iceman and couldn't even name 3 songs off Gen X. You really doing that? Come on, bro. Don't do that, Seb. You're wrong for that now.
Yo, hold it's recency. It's recency. That GNX dropped 2 years ago.
Hey, did you
I ain't
read
gonna
that
lie.
or did you watch it?
I read it. I don't know if you can hear me. I read it. Oh man, I can't. He called
Yeah,
me
you
out.
gotta see next again,
He
bro.
called me out,
can't,
bro.
you can't say that
Oh
about
my
GNS because I mean
GNX
it's
is
been 2
beautiful.
years.
Somebody
Yeah, I
add
would say I
Chris,
could still
man.
live more. I couldn't tell you a single Iceman song.
Let's be lit.
Where you throwing that? Don't do that, bro.
Listen.
I don't like Drake though. I've
Yeah,
never
I mean,
liked
it's
Drake
coming in. I'm
though.
trying to catch you off the phone, but I just want to show much love. I've been sitting in the den trying to get at y'all. You done merengue right around your boy, but it's cool. I guess I'll catch y'all. Hey, are you doing a DDT?
Nah, I gotta fly out tomorrow. I don't know if you can hear me or not, but I gotta fly out tomorrow. So I gotta leave now so I can pack so I can dip because my flight's super early. I get some sleep. I don't know if you can hear me or not, but Fuego, we appreciate you, bro. We'll get you in here again one other time. We don't shorten it up. You can't hear me, bro.
But hey, man, much love. Hey, Larry, much love, brother. Keep doing the great work, man. I appreciate you, man, for everything. All this here, hey, Larry, I ain't even gonna lie to you. All this here, you, my brother. Started getting on my because of you, my brother. For real, like got all my little
Appreciate
setup.
you,
I'm
man.
trying to get into it. You know what I'm saying? But just like you, I used to do music. Now I got little babies and stuff. Come here, baby. Come here. You want to say hi? Want to say hi? Say hi.
Hello.
She in here hanging out with dad. So, but yeah, man, much love, man. Appreciate you. I guess I'll catch y'all next time, man. I'll be able to come in here and talk a little trash. I got to figure out why I can't hear y'all, though. But I'll figure that out.
Turn the settings.
Much love again, fellas. Much love again. I really appreciate y'all, man, for everything y'all do. I jump into One Piece. I ain't have nobody to talk to. Cause all my homies, they in the streets. Ain't nobody really into stuff like that. So them boys, when I found y'all channel, I was just going through shorts and reels. I've been rocking with y'all for about 2.5 years. Y'all know I've been talking trash in the comments and stuff. So
Appreciate that.
much
man.
love to y'all, man. I guess I'll catch y'all next time. Hey, Seb, I do appreciate it. Cause I did hit you up and you wrote back to me. You know what I'm saying? But much love, brother. But y'all
Respect.
have a good night. I'm gonna let y'all go. I'll catch y'all next time. Hey, Slime, fire.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Fire, bro. I ain't gonna lie, I binged everything. I'm done with it. How far are you, Larry?
1:19.
Okay, you on 19 or 9?
19.
19? Okay. Yeah,
Yeah.
I can't really hear you. I don't know why, but I'll figure that out. But yeah, it's fire, bro. Wait till you. I
Fuego.
binged the whole thing, bro. But
I
yeah,
got-
I'll
I
catch
got
up with
it
y'all
good.
boys, man. Much love, fellas.
So,
Very easy.
Shout out to Fuego, man.
Nah, for real.
Had the little
Yeah, I love
girl
it.
on cam, man. That was cool, bro. All right, I'm gonna wrap up these super chats and then we out of here. $2 from Jada Rude. It says, all I know is Larry been showing off his will today. Hey, man, it's indomitable. You know what I'm saying?
For sure.
Listen. I'm gonna troll a little bit right now, but Larry and Sanji got more in common than he think, man. They do. That's why you hate him so much. That's why you hate on him so much. He be
Boys, my
self-loathing.
blood.
I ain't gonna get into it. I ain't gonna get into all that. But
I got more in common with Ace more than Sanji.
listen, Ace and Sanji got a lot of similarities too. They using fire for a reason. Anyway, another 5 from Josie. It says, I'm not talking about Conqueror's Haki. I'm saying I thought Larry would have more respect for not hitting women. A lot of people do. It's crazy out here in the UK. Where did we get the notion that he don't? I'm so confused.
I'm confused, bro. I'm confused.
I think that's a self-narrative being,
I
being put there.
don't know, Josie. Go back and listen to what happened and look at Larry's reaction. And you tell me, bro. I don't know what happened here. I don't know what's lost in translation. But anyway, another 5 from Josie. Fighting people for not believing in the all blue is goofy to me. I'd rather Sanji be like Luffy when people doubted Skypia's existence. More king-like. That I would wholeheartedly agree with.
Yeah,
that would be cool. All right. I gotta go. So, y'all, like the stream if you haven't already. We will be back with another call-in stream next week. And I believe either the DDT or Survivor will finally make its appearance on a top stream for next week. I'll have to connect with Chris to figure that out. But y'all, have a good night. I hope y'all enjoyed it. And if you want to be a member, I want to be able to call in like this, become a member on this server, Warlord or higher. Have a good one, everyone.
Jenna.
peace.